Yes, you could.
They could. That's true.
Just saying,
No,
you put a lot more weed in there than you can in Jacob Marley's safe. I just want to point that out.
No, it's good. It's well made. The transition from 6-inch to 1/18 scale, I think, is awesome. The cockpit was done really well. It's because it's one big solid cockpit. And you just swap it out. This is the one thing that I'm gonna say. I think a lot of people, due to their affiliation with the guys at Skeletron, saying that it's a toy of the year. This is just my personal opinion, and this is not putting this down. I think the Dragonfly is, to me, head and shoulders better. And I just didn't expect the Dragonfly to be as good as it is. I think that thing just knocked it out of the park. And it's not putting that down. It's just saying how good I think the Dragonfly was.
Now, would it make a difference if if they had named it what Menhoza is calling it now, the TIE Fighter for Lord Macdadius Rex? Do you think that would have made it a better toy? I think it kind of does.
Probably not. But
I think it kind of does.
When you tip it in, like when you put the wings inward, it's called the something Vader. So they're clearly like they're given like the
Modi.
Sorry. I can't think of the name. They're paying homage to the Vader TIE Fighter.
TIE Advanced.
But what was his called?
TIE Advanced.
That wasn't his.
Darth Vader's was the TIE Advanced, and then they used the same kind of curved shape for the TIE Interceptors later. But the difference was Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, they were solid wings all the way back.
But his had a name.
Yeah, TIE Advanced. Because at the time, there was the TIE Fighter, and then his was a TIE Advanced.
Okay. I thought it was called something else.
And that Modi's awesome, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, I made him magnetic, so his legs will.
Dude, I made so many Modis with that file.
Yeah.
I got the itty bitty one right here. And I got a hatchling one too.
Oh yeah, the hatchling one's a good one.
And I'm gonna open him up tonight. Now, last week I said I was going to
do it.
I have
Dude, I still haven't opened mine yet.
I have no recording studio till well after Christmas, so.
There you go.
So, gang, I'm gonna get out of here. I've got some presents to make tomorrow in the wood shop, so I should be awake when I use power tools.
Merry Christmas, man.
Probably should.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for
Yeah, you too, Alan. Merry Christmas.
So Ray Black has mentioned she is getting drunk at her Christmas party tonight. She left her honey for the weekend. He's fine, though. He's got you guys. For those of you who don't know, she's talking about her better half, Nolan.
Nice.
So he's okay, guys. Everybody, just so we know, he is okay. But have fun, Ray. Enjoy your Christmas party. Let them know about the channel, and they should come subscribe because they should see what kind of shenanigans we're getting up to every weekend.
I did get that.
Hey, Terrence.
Too.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a sec. We'll come back in a sec, Terrence.
No, Bud ain't here, but man, Bud did this custom for me of Gygor. And...
What you talking about? Bud's right here.
Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, loving it, Bud. I mean, I know I've told you already, but tell you
so good.
Yeah, he's so good.
Still gotta get some phenomenal Gygor custom.
I can't believe there's no wiener on it if Bud made it. Oh, no.
I'm going to get to that in the chat because I'm cracking up over here, and I normally don't share that chat, but I might have to.
Brick is so mean.
Brick's so mean. All right. Terrence, unmute yourself. Tell us, have you made a bit of a dent in this pile?
I have. I've opened up, I think, 20 figures. So,
can we get a pan around or?
Well, they're not up on display or anything, but I opened up Faunas finally.
Oh, nice.
Still opening up stuff in mystery boxes.
Okay.
I just recently got this from Wolf King Custom Mystery Box.
Nice. That's a good pull.
Yeah, that was definitely further back and not as easy to get, so I was happy to get that. I'd actually gotten this as a warehouse find in the mystery boxes last year, or back in April, which was nice.
Yeah.
Finally getting, for all the stuff I've done with goblins, I'm finally opening up more goblins other than Swig.
Wait,
Malfar's a demon.
other goblins?
So we've got Nutnik, Twick, Thump.
Not sure you could say all those on YouTube. Bud's getting real jealous right now, Terrence.
I apologize.
Especially now because you popped up the Hellfire Goblin.
Yes.
Actually,
Must have.
Bud's going to look a
hungry.
little similar to that later when he gets really high.
I'm pretty sure you've
Mhm.
seen our tree topper of Swig on the tree, but
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. He asked Arethyr, where do you want the Christmas tree? And Arethyr told him right where to put it.
That's nice.
actually this
Yeah.
Christmas gifts last year that Oz helped Gina find for me, so that was nice.
And you know what killed me? Random Treasures a couple months ago.
And you just opened it today?
Very busy for honestly. The biggest thing is I've been moving. Actually, it was my birthday, but so that takes 8 months off 4 months off the wait time on that. But anyway, I've been transitioning between different living spaces, so it's been not wanting to take everything out and put it up somewhere because
You're just gonna pack it up.
Yeah, we're not here to judge. It's cool.
Yeah. Dude.
But that hasn't stopped. The fact that I haven't been able to display it hasn't stopped or slowed down my acquisitions of getting more. I've constantly.
I would just like to go back to Curtis's comment. Yes, we are here to judge. We're going to do us.
If he wants to transition, he can transition. That's fine.
Hey, listen. Next year is the year of the female. This year was the year of the female. You know what I mean?
So this year Terrence was a Swig. Next year he's going to be a female. Is that what we're talking about? Like, I'm getting confused here.
Swig one way, swig the other. It doesn't matter.
Right. What's the matter?
Listen,
as long as you're happy.
What you put in your boom boom hole is up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put a nice bendy tail in a boom boom hole earlier today. Actually, real nice bendy tail.
It's 1,000 swigs. There's a whole bunch of variety there. So,
I'm about to be sticking stuff in all kinds of places.
Actually, Bud, did you post that picture publicly to your page or no?
What?
You know what?
Love me, Tila.
Which one?
Oh, you know.
I think I know.
Where was the Tila? Where's the Tila
Love Me
picture?
Tila.
Oh, okay.
Posted publicly?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking
Because
about.
if it's not,
I mean,
I'll pull it up real quick.
You can post it. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll pull it up real quick.
Okay. Because there's that one, and then the one I did with the mosquito heads.
Hey,
I
but
think
Apparently,
this
if you
one's-
ask him about it, Brick's gonna call you a wiener. So.
Now, here it is, guys. This is the kind of shenanigans that if you have Bud in a group chat, he will post in that group chat in the middle of the night, and you wake up to this.
That kind of reminds me of when the liquid Terminator gets cut in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he came back, his head wasn't on his wiener like this.
Well, that's really
I had to use the screaming Adam face, though. Like, it was too perfect.
Well, yeah, screaming at him.
So you guys just remember when you ask Bud for a custom, don't wink at him because he'll give you one of these. Just give me the good stuff.
Speaking of mosquito, did you ever see the one that Joe Martinez did, the custom?
No, I don't believe I did. Do you have a picture of that, Curtis?
Yeah, let me share that here. because I'm actually doing a show with him tomorrow. I'm doing a recording.
But you should use this
one of
head.
the pictures I was gonna talk about.
Oh, with the specs in. Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah,
Dude.
He only needs 2 more
That is
sets of legs.
sweet. Oh,
Or no, I'm thinking antenna.
Yeah. Which
Dude,
this could work for a
awesome.
Mantenna too.
yeah, that came out really good. So
Perfect mosquito. Yeah.
I know that one that Jeremy did earlier this week for the shadow circle blew me away. Of course.
oh yeah,
I know somebody already mentioned it. You know, when you know the color mix or the paint that they actually use, it's a little easier to color
Helpful.
match.
Yeah.
So well.
It was Joe.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. That's right. Oh man, that is really, really good though.
But you should use that head.
Yeah, actually.
Yep.
But
wait. I have that head.
These are terrible.
That
was
would be
Battle
perfect.
Armor.
Oh wait, I think
That's battle.
I think I popped that head. I think I popped the head on the Battle Armor He-Man that I gave to Oz to give to his kid.
That looks like
you
a face
did.
off.
I could send you another one back though. So I've got like 2 or
That-
3 of
Because
that.
I don't.
Yeah, I got a few of those.
I have 2 of the Screaming heads, but I don't think I have that one. Because I have like a box full of like standard He-Man heads. But
That head sculpt looks like maybe something Thanos would use when He-Man goes to the doctor
Oh,
once
I'm
he turns
sure
45
Thanos was
and they
using
have
it.
to do some.
I got the one with the misprinted eyebrows.
Fans?
Looks even worse.
Yeah. You know, that one always looked a little Dolph Lundgren-y to me though, with the facial expression.
A lot more than anything else. A lot more than the one they tried for Masterverse. Jeez.
Yeah.
yeah.
I bought
Still
the one
say
from
that one looks
Board
like
Game
Shrek.
because it came out good.
He looks like Shrek.
The last ones that Super 7 did before they got it taken back from them, the movie ones weren't that bad.
Yeah.
No, those were really good actually.
Yeah.
No, yeah. The
what the hell happened to that Modulok?
Skeletor head looked really good.
Yeah. Oh, that the
And
one
the,
with
card.
gold armor. That gold armor. They did a great
Yes.
job bringing that to life.
I am still mad that Masterverse has not put that figure out yet, because that is a Masterverse figure I will get.
And we
Time
got
Scales. What's up, Greg?
Time Scales. Greg hanging out with us. What's going on, Greg? Good to see you, brother.
I thought I was.
So did you caught my comment about my Ross Con is over, huh? It's I went by there on the way over here, and every year, about a couple days before Christmas, the fire department comes through and buys all the toys out for Toys for Tots.
What a bunch of jerks.
It's awesome. Like I said, can't be mad about it, but
How
my
dare
Ross
they.
Con is now over for 2024.
So you're suggesting that they come and buy toys and give them to children?
What jerks, right? My toys.
That's the where toys belong.
Yeah. That's our toys and their orphanages.
My toys. He took my toys. Yeah.
I was like,
But
go
it was-
ahead there,
I mean-
bud. Show that off a little. No, keep talking, Kenny.
No. As I say, it went to a good place, so it's good.
So I got joints flying around here on the table. Stop.
What kind of
Well,
joints?
While Bud's showing that off, I'm going to show the pictures from JB's toy trunk that he shared earlier today.
Good job, bud.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do filmation, and I wanted to do classics, but the way some of the joints are, especially in here, it's going to be kind of hard to fit that dark red for the under the armor.
Yeah.
So I think I'm kind of bummed that for months now I've had a Modulok head that I got from Kenny here, and I've had it painted, and I couldn't wait to put it on, but it's so much smaller, which is this head here.
That's
Well,
not
I could scale it up
Modulok.
and
That's
print
Joe
another one for you.
Amato.
I could print another one.
Yeah,
I'll just scale it up.
It's pretty tiny.
Gee, I didn't realize
Well,
how small it was.
Have you ever
Uh-huh.
met
Yeah, this
Joe
head is-
Amato? He's pretty
That is
tiny.
dope.
He's a little guy.
That's a 1-to-1 scale for
He
Joe
is.
Amato.
He's a little guy. I could just pick him up and put him in my pocket. All right, so I was gonna show some comparison here from our good friend JB Toy Shrunk. If you are not familiar, go check him out. But so he was talking about RossCon, and this is just last weekend. This is 6 days ago. He posted this. Tables everywhere, full of toys. And then today.
Oh shit. Yep.
That
you
was,
just saw it. This is the same Ross.
I wasn't even going to Ross or anything like that. I was going to like Canadian stores that charge full price for toys, if you can believe that. And there was nothing. Like there was, they hadn't been stocked like crazy before, but it had been the same stuff that had been there for ages and ages and ages. And I went. We had to go look for like one last thing, on behalf of Santa, of course. And so we were out looking for a specific thing. My wife and I were sort of hitting separate stores, but I was shocked. Like the Toys R Us. We still have a Toys R Us, but it sucks. So the bottom shelf in like every aisle just had like cover over it because there was nothing on the bottom. They'd like bumped everything up, so like they couldn't even, they didn't even have like pegs to sort of fill. It was wild. I don't think I've ever seen stores like that, and I think that might be sort of indicative of how stores are buying. Now that bubble's burst, and I don't think there's going to be as much on the shelves as people kind of think in 2025. Like I think. I'm listening to you guys talk about how like Ross has gotten something and all of these has gotten something and Dollar General's got something and like every store that you guys have that's a discount store is like fully stocked. And people are almost like banking on that, right? They're just, I'll wait. I think there's going to be a lot of things that people miss next year because they're waiting and they're banking on finding it at a discount, but it's a dangerous game, right? Because the clearance stores get what doesn't get purchased, and if it doesn't get purchased, then it doesn't count as a number that got purchased, and so they go, well, we made 10,000 units and we sold 2,000 units, and then they turn around the next year and they make 2,000 units. So
the only thing I wait on is buying the second, third, fourth, fifth one. That's all I wait on. I always
like the first one I don't mind getting full price.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I need something, I buy the first one, and then if I can buy more later, if I want like army builders and stuff, I'll buy two, and then if they go discount, then I'll buy like 3, 4.
One to open, one to keep in the box, and then the rest for customs.
It's also a matter of, did I find it at retail? Because I will not go online and buy from a third-party seller at markup for my first one either.
Oh no, no.
I've got to
you shouldn't
get
have to. You shouldn't have to.
Right.
And I don't think in most cases you do have to. There is the odd thing that you'll miss or whatever, but even still, I think, but I think we might be back to that next year. I think we might be back to like buying from flippers next year because.
But if something comes out and you want it, and you have the money, you have then buy it. There's a lot of like Marvel Legends or things that I see that it's like I like that. I don't really collect it, but if I see it on clearance, I'll pick it up.
Oh, sure. No, I'm the same way. I'm not saying I don't buy stuff on clearance. I'm saying the things that I want, I buy right away.
The G.I. Joe forums that I see in the Facebook groups, and they're like, I'll just wait till it hits Ollie's or Ross, and I'm like, all right, good luck, dude. Good luck.
If you want to play clearance chicken for real, have fun with that. I'm not going to chance it for what I really want.
That's a bullshit attitude.
But it's the same people. It's the same people that will criticize people for flipping figures, and it's the same people that'll criticize that they didn't make enough of the figure, and it's like it's
wait. You guys don't think that all action figures should just be given away for free? I mean, come on.
And should just be readily available.
I mean, when I shop at Joe G Customs, that's what I get, but.
Yeah, right.
What's funny is like when you
not like they're a business or anything.
Exactly.
Right. Well, when you think about like, what you find, like even Home Arcade, he asked me, he's like, "Hey, give me your top 1 origins for one of my videos." He had me do a little cameo, and I thought about him, and I was like, there's so many cool ones that I got just for origins or cartoon or turtles. and I was going through the ones, and I love the He-Man. I love the repaint, but you know, it was pretty easily grabbed. That one was a good one. The She-Ra was great, but ultimately it came down to the damn merman with the tail. It was
Oh
I was
yeah.
when I saw that first picture, the feeling I had, like how cool that thing was, and then even buying it on the shelf at Walmart, and I was like, dude, this is like probably the coolest merman ever. And then, so I
Never
mean, it
found it.
continued on. That was my favorite one. It was just the feeling I got when I saw it. I was like, yeah, that's it. Easy.
Never found that one.
I
Didn't.
want that
Still,
one,
still
but I
salty. I
can't.
can't find
Like,
it.
I would pay a ton to get it, so I'll wait. And when I'm in the United States, if it is on a peg, I'll buy it. But
Good luck.
but that's the reality, right? Like I also just go, well, if I don't get it, I don't get it. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to
Yeah.
complain that Mattel didn't make enough for me to
Oh,
get
yeah.
one 6 months later at discount at Walmart. Like
No,
that's
but-
not,
Right.
it doesn't make any sense.
But Adam, I thought you brought up a good point. That these same people that say that, I'll wait till it shows up at Ollie's or Ross. Then they're the ones that are pissed off when they don't
Yeah,
get it. And they're like,
100%.
well,
Yeah.
why do I have to spend $35 or $40? It's $25. Well, because you didn't buy it, and the other guys did, and now they have it. It's called
Yeah.
market value.
Yeah, like I never judged Random Treasures when I went there, and they had the figures that I couldn't find in store, and then had to pay like $10 more for that figure. Guess
Yeah.
what? They got to make their profit off of it. Now, they weren't the ones going into the stores and buying them. They were ordering direct from like a distributor, somebody like Entertainment Earth or something like that.
Yeah.
So, it's like they pay their cost and then they have their little markup. Honestly, after a while, the $10, paying them that extra $10 was actually saving us on spending all the gas to come home empty-handed at the end of the day.
Yep.
Because I'd hit like 8 Walmarts and Targets in a single Saturday and come home with nothing repeatedly. But I could just swing by Random Treasures, pay $10 more for the figure, and save me and Ziggy the trip all across Maryland for the 5th time this month to get nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same for me, right? Like if I can pre-order from somewhere that I'm getting other pre-orders from, and it'll end up just getting shipped to me at like free shipping or whatever. The idea of like driving around to try to save $5 on it doesn't make any sense at all, because you're just like, you add up the gas, it's the time for me, to be perfectly
It's
honest.
a big
Like,
time investment.
Most of the time when I'm buying stuff, I'm buying it from eCollectibles, and I just message them and I'm like, hey, when this goes available, just put me down for one. Like I don't even know when a lot of this stuff gets released. I go, hey, they're gonna do 4 classified figures are getting released on Monday or whatever. Put me down for one of each, and then he sends me an invoice on Monday afternoon.
Time-wise, it's not necessarily an issue on my end because again, that's how Ziggy and I hang out. Like this is a pre-planned trip. This is how we're going to spend our Saturday.
Yeah.
So like that's one thing. But you're right though. Like investing that kind of time going out and out and out over and over again, if this isn't like already what you were planning on doing with your day, that is a big time investment that you could spend doing other stuff if you wished. But yeah, I mean that's always the trade-off, right? Time, money, and energy.
Yeah. But also, like, this has now happened multiple times on the G.I. Joe groups. The moment that HasLab hits and people are complaining that they're scalping it, and
were you gonna back it for the regular price?
Exactly, and we've talked about, it's like, you can't scalp something that was available to everyone. I'm sorry if you couldn't afford it at the time or you weren't willing to buy it, but if someone ordered 5 of them and they want to sell it for double the price, that's what the market value. Wait it out; it'll probably go down. But it's always gonna cost more than what it was, and everyone had the ability to order it.
Yeah,
I just think whatever following, if you're a classified guy, you're gonna just like, I think we collect mythics. I mean, like if you collect mythics, I mean it's a pretty easy sales formula. The best price you're going to get is on the pre-sale direct from Four Horsemen. Then you're going to be able to get it maybe now, not so much anymore, but con and retail prices are going to be the same. But if you're going to get Hasbro stuff or Mattel stuff, I only find myself really picking up stuff I wasn't willing to pay full for. point, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'm gonna pay 25. Or if I now mark down that edition.
Terrence, hold on.
He was typing
Your
over
mic
you.
cuts out whenever there's other noise, and somebody's typing, and every time they start typing,
Right.
I'm sorry.
Silent.
Yeah. That's what was going on. Okay, I was trying to figure out who it was.
Yeah,
and the way Curtis was
some
looking down, I
microphones,
thought
when they
Curtis
pick up
was
other noise,
typing,
yeah.
and then it's like, no, it's not Curtis because it's still going. Okay, if you could repeat like maybe
From the top,
It
Terrence.
was me.
1/3 of that.
Bud, you're such a wiener.
No, like I was just basically saying, like, I mean, for me, I think people are gonna buy whatever it is that they really collect. If you're a classified guy, you're gonna go through Hasbro Pulse and get your stuff, or if you're a Motu guy, you're gonna go through, probably the big. I mean, they've made it so that you have to kind of go through Big Bad or Entertainment Earth if you really want your stuff. You really can't count on finding it at Target or Walmart. I mean, for me, clearance is just the stuff that like I'm not that serious about, but if I happen to find it at a lower price, it might be the Dungeons and Dragons. If I go to a Walmart, I go to check the clearance because I might find like a Universal Monster or a NECA product, an Alien, a Predator for $10 or $20 that I didn't feel like paying $35 for. But it's not something I'm serious. Like I have to have every version that comes out.
Right.
But again, if you're a Mythic Legions guy or a Cosmic Legions guy, we have the wave that's going to be coming up on the 29th. I know exactly what I want. I'm going to order it there. And then my plan is as I go through the cons for the next, year, if I'm looking to army build something or I'm looking to get stuff for customizing, I know me and Gina just got our Ghost of Christmas Past. We got 3 and I don't think we have enough, for all the different custom projects that she has in mind that, so, I mean, we'll pick those up, as we come across them at cons. I mean, but again, clearance, I pick up stuff, but I can't say I'm actively looking for something in clearance. Like I'm hoping this goes up. You know what I mean?
The only difference with that, and from my perspective with what I do, and I'll let you go in a second here, Punk, but I did want to say, the only time I actively hunt clearance is when I've seen something that I was like, that'd be kind of cool to get on clearance. Like you said, Terrence, right? Like I'm not actively hunting this stuff, but I might get it. And then like, if somebody posts a picture, like when all the D&D creatures were showing up at Ollie's, then it was like, all right, now I'm going to actively hunt Ollie's to try and get all these creatures.
Right.
Because I wanted them.
And I agree with that. I mean, like I can tell you, I agree with you as far as the Dungeons and Dragons things. I thought they were overpriced when they first came out for what they were, the quality we're getting for them. And I also think, like, I know I found myself with recently 2 things that were Marvel Legends, which were Dirk's Designs helped me get the MODOK World Tour box because it was not showing up in the Ollie's by me.
And you should tell me, Terrence. That's been at every one that I have.
A video somewhere else, everyone's got like pallets of them, and we were.
Oh my god, yeah.
But down here, the other thing I looked for recently, and I was Gina finally found a bunch of them, was the Tracksuit Mafia guys, because I wanted a bunch of them to make an army build out of them. But just have background, like thugs and goons, you know what I mean? Like, but but again, if I never found them, it wouldn't be the end of the world either. You know what I mean?
That reminds me, if anybody sees the second wave of those animated D&D figures, and Wenger, the Dungeon Master 2-pack, I got wave 1 on like super clear out, so then I was like, I guess I'll roll the dice.
I wish I'd known.
I bought them all, but I'm afraid to open them because every video I see is them just falling to pieces when people take them out.
I don't care about that. I'm never gonna like that.
Look, Thanos opened his and they were fine.
Mine,
if I remember correctly. All right, now Punk, you were saying something. Sorry.
No, so like Marvel Legends, I don't really collect a lot of Marvel Legends, but there's things I like. That new Falcon and Captain America with the wings came out. It's going to be clearance. It's going to be go on set. I want it. I want both of them, so I have them ordered. Like I'm going to spend $40 on them. After they hit Target 2 weeks later, they're probably going to be marked down to $25 or $30 on sale. But it's like I want to get them, so rather than play that clearance, hoping that it shows up because it's something I want.
Sometimes you pre-order a Marvel Legends figure and you're trying to support your friends, So you pre-order for the Hella Dope toy store, and you pre-order a Scarlet Spider, and you see everybody else getting their Scarlet Spiders, and everybody posting videos of how great he is. And you pre-ordered back in March or April, and you still don't have it yet, and you're still waiting on it. And Punk likes to show it off every time you bring it up.
Such a
But
good figure.
this is one of those things where I think I'm eventually just going to get that notice that Hasbro is not going to be fulfilling that order because it's been 6 months, but up until I get it, I'm keeping the money at Hella Dope Toys because there is at least a chance. But I know it's nothing they have control over.
You know what? For me though, Sergeant Reds is almost guaranteed to get it. They're almost guaranteed to get at least one of everything that is Marvel, Mythic Legion, or Four Horsemen, classified. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but that's where I got that at. The cable, he showed he had the cable, and I went in there. I'm like, do you have any more of the cables? He's like, no, I'm out. Or his wife was like, no, I'm out. And then he comes up with a case, and he's like, I had another case downstairs. And then he ordered like 40 more. So
I wish I had a store like that, man. I only have retail stores. Like I don't have any cool stores that has that
I'm
shit.
lucky that I have that. And I have actually, like I said, I have multiple stores.
I don't have that for literally hours away from me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have stores.
Yeah, like I think Joe and I are sort of like have that in common. We're like where we are, it's like it's either online or you need to know somebody that can pick it up for you because it's
Oh, I definitely know
drive
that.
100 miles to go to a
I
Target.
definitely know that.
Yeah, Bud's in a similar small town situation himself. Like he's got over an hour to go before he can hit a regular retailer, much less a privatized toy store.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm out of here. I have to get up early, so I will.
Yeah,
see you
I have to work tomorrow too, so I'm gonna go ahead and bounce also.
All right, Joe.
See
you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, guys. Always fun to have you on.
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna duck out too. I gotta take advantage of not having any kids and go wrap some presents.
Go do that parent thing.
Nothing this year.
See you later, Adam. Thanks for being here, brother.
And I'm sorry, Scott as well. I think I like morning. I'm going to duck out, but it was nice seeing you guys again. And Merry Christmas to you guys if I don't get to chat with you again until after the holiday.
Merry Christmas, Terrence. Thanks for joining us, brother. Glad you got to freeze some of that plastic. This is always that perfect space to do it because you got several hours just hanging out, opening up cool toys. It's freaking brilliant.
Always fun to be with you guys. Have a good night.
All right, brother. See ya.
All right.
No, like I said, when it comes to Sergeant Reds and Nerd Out, and I don't try and make it sound like I don't know that I have it good. Like I know I have a lot better than most other collectors.
Yeah, you're in a good spot because not only do you have Sergeant Reds, you've mentioned many times that you got a couple of decent shops by you.
Yeah, I have.
I've got all the retail stores by me. They're just the retail stores that apparently hate toys because they, at least the ones that I'm looking for. Like if you're a Jurassic Park collector or a Transformers collector, you'll find tons of crap at the stores around here.
The store we went to, what was it called again?
Random Treasures. That's the one that's closing up, which hurts. Oh,
what?
Man.
They're closing?
29th, the end of this month, they are closing their doors, brother.
It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Or
you got there, Boo Berry. You helped support them this year. You're an awesome dude. Thank you for supporting my local toy store. Unfortunately, we just couldn't support them enough.
Wow. And like I said, they weren't a bad toy store, but I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't say they were a good one. Like
they didn't have a wide variety of like a lot of the modern stuff. It was a lot of like bins of vintage stuff kind of around and small selection modern. And then after you visited, like towards the latter half of the year, you remember that back part of the store where they had like the Power Rangers stuff? That whole back of the store was just Pops.
Oof.
And that's all what that back of the store. They still had the glass case with all the super rare stuff. They had a small section of the reaction over on that other side that you saw. But then everything from that point over to the wall where the Power Ranger stuff was all pops, and that's it. And it's like, you guys bought a ton of these pops, and nobody is buying them.
Yeah. I don't think John at Sergeant Reds is super happy he got into pop.
Well, because everybody
he also
brings-
shouldn't have, but he was mad, so he did. The guy down the street pissed him off. He was like, "Fuck you, then." but he actually doesn't buy as many as he could.
Right.
No,
See,
I think again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
I don't think pop collectors are truly like toy collectors. I think
yes, they are.
Well, here's the thing. Toy collectors will collect pops, but there are people out there specifically collecting pops and not toys.
Oh
No,
yeah,
it is. All the teachers at the college. I swear, there's so many offices just filled with shelves of pops.
And this is part of that problem. They are Beanie Babies, basically.
and that's why the pop store down the street from Sergeant Red's, he does not get new pops in. They won't buy anything that is less than, I think, 3 or 4 months old. So there's not, because he's like, there's no reason to compete with these places. So he buys the stuff. And again, this is what a lot of people going to these stores don't realize. When they're buying their lots, they can't buy it for what eBay is charging you.
No,
what eBay,
what eBay's selling them for.
He's like, I have to make money on it too. And how much of this stuff am I going to sit on? You know, and people are like, why just go sell it on eBay? And John's like, all right, then why don't you? You came to me because you need the money right away. And you're going to get about, I think they give you about a third to a half of what it's worth.
Well, it's like the same thing with like GameStop when people would bring their stuff into GameStop. Now, mind you, yes, GameStop notoriously gave trash trade-in values for a lot of stuff, but like you come into a GameStop and you're trying to sell us your games, and they're like, "I just paid $60 for it," and then it's like, "Yes, you just paid $60 for it. We're not going to be able to sell your used copy for $60.
Yep,
and we're going to give you this much for it, and then we're going to make this much for it." And the general rule of thumb was about 1/3, unless it was something that came out like 6 years ago that just isn't worth anything because nobody's buying it, right? Like nobody's.
And how long do you have to sit on it? That's the whole other thing. Is how long do you have to sit on it?
Yeah.
I mean, John, he put a fucking. They just got a warehouse because he has so much stuff.
Right.
And I haven't even seen the warehouse.
What's going on, Ken? How you doing, brother?
All right, I'm on here. Bye.
All right, see ya, punk. All right, so let's start the party. The good part of the party. Who's got the booze, the desserts, and the strippers?
I already did all of it, Ken.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, I guess I'll.
Christmas party was early tonight, brother.
Yeah. I drank the booze, snorted the coke, did the strippers. They're all taken care of.
I'll go back. All right.
I drank the strippers, snorted the booze, and fucked the coke. Oh wait, what?
I did scream out your name when I finished, though, Ken.
Ed, if you're doing all that, you're stopping Ken from going in the girls' bathroom.
No. This is Ken Unchained tonight, which means
right.
anything can happen. He can hop into a taxi thinking it's a bus. Come home with a sewer play set, mint condition.
That's right. Bought it off some questionable guy on the street corner in a van.
You know, you see what you see on my channel. You want to see the real Ken. Start at about hour 4 of every Clubhouse stream, and you will get like the absolute real thing. And they're just going to be like, "Who's this guy that pretends to be?"
Nobody believes it.
Oh, I know. They're just like which one's the evil twin brother, and which one's like the one who's like tries to be nice and everything. Right. It's just like
but all you gotta do is attend Joe Fest with Ken, and you'll know who Ken is. He's professional. He's like a mullet. He's professional by day, party at night.
Ken's a mullet.
Ken is the mullet of the toy. Is that what we just came up with here? Oh,
mullet connections.
Isn't a mullet hair? Isn't a mullet a hairstyle? I'm gonna have to Google what the other urban.
But it's called business in the front, party in the back, and that's what you want. Business in the day, party at the night.
Yeah.
How do you not know? You're a hockey fan.
Yeah, my team sucks. They lost in OT tonight to one of the worst
They all
teams.
wear
mullets.
So many hockey players were the last people to get rid of the mullet.
What do you mean they're bringing?
I was going to say that last Stanley still rocks one. Have you ever seen Stanley when he jumps on?
Okay, well,
Stanley Eberhard. Yeah.
And he's a hockey hooligan. He likes hockey.
I think.
Where is he? I sent him the link earlier tonight.
He said he was traveling, so he might jump on later, but he was traveling.
Okay, he must still be traveling then, because he's West Coast, so it's not too early for West Coast. But
isn't that face just the same as like I keep seeing Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice is the snake.
The sculpt, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Beetlejuice is the snake. I
Is
thought
the
you were
snake on
talking about the midget Beetlejuice.
Oh no, when he's on the staircase. No, it's real shiny.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got a hell of a gloss coat.
But man, I was looking at it and I was like, what does it remind me of? It looks just like that Beetlejuice face look when he's on the staircase turned into the snake.
And remember at the end, she scares the shit out of her husband because she makes a sculpt of it.
Oh, yeah,
Hands it
yeah.
up to him, and he passes out. Yeah.
Dude, they look like identical in this.
I thought that was a Pez dispenser when you first showed it.
Oh, they had all this stuff.
They do have that as a Pez dispenser, if I remember correctly. So we had one Brit in here earlier tonight with Penny, and now we have the TJC joining us all, popping in before he starts work. What's going on, TJC? And then over on the other side of the world, we've got Sonny Sunders. Long time since we've had him in the chat. What's going on, Sonny? Good to see you, brother. Happy holiday. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since Sonny's popped
Sonny's
up.
been MIA, man.
And then we have Brown Shigoy. The F is this.
I read it as Transformers as transform this.
Yes.
Transform is this. Well, we got some
Speaking
Transformers.
in Yoda terms, this is Transformers, is what he meant.
Yeah, look at what he's got here. Cobb, go ahead and transform that Modulok.
I just got
Nah, show him the real Modulok, the Moduslong.
Oh, he's been disconnected.
Oh, oops. We could just bring up Bud's picture again if we got to.
There you go.
Does have a Bud? Do you know it's more of a piece count on this than the original, or?
Sorry, what?
Is there like a higher piece count on this one than the original? I don't remember.
Yeah, so I have three extra joints, and I can't really fit this onto the figure unless I make like the neck longer.
Yeah,
I'm kind of annoyed this tail doesn't, like, you can't pop and swap it with the back end.
Long left over too.
Yeah, I tried using there's a joint you get that's longer. It's this piece here.
Yeah, I thought I had.
And I tried to use this end as like a gripping, so like he could hold this as like a whip or like something, but it's the thumb being like this gets in the way.
So you would just say that you had Modulok's balls in your hand there, Bud?
Yeah. The long one stuck up his butt. That's the only way I get disconnected, I thought.
And then I have these two extra parts that I can't really seem to figure out where they should go. Besides, I know they're for like the arms and the torso piece, but I don't know why I have two extras.
Yeah,
well, I have a lot more, but I'm using some on this.
Ones and then two of these. So, fully assembled, I guess you don't need them all. I thought you would end up probably using everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also going to be, remember, it'll probably be semi-compatible with Multibot when that comes out.
Yeah.
And if you get multiples, you can make the, what did they call it? Mega Beast? Yeah, it was Mega Beast, not Super Beast. That was Rob Zombie's thing, El Super Beasto.
You seen on the artwork on the back, there's like a snake, kind of a snake Modulok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably pop the snake torso with it, too. You got your lady's feather over there?
Looks like a
now that I got Modulok, I'll eventually want to get. I eventually want to get 2 of the Turtles of Grayskull foot soldiers, because the way the torso is, there's like a torso you can stack on top of a torso. So putting that on like Modulok with like 8 different snake arms, like that would look really cool.
Yeah, you seen like that guy up in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a snake, kind of a snake Modulok type dude. He's got a couple stingers.
Oh,
Got
that
four-
is
Got 4 legs.
shoot, who is that? No, he was somebody from the vintage. Oh,
Right.
not no, it's not Mantisaur before somebody says Mantisaur. I cannot remember who that is. It was I wish Allison were here because she'd probably remember better. I know the weapon that he's holding is from the
Sting?
Masters of the WWE Universe
Yeah.
Sting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Which
of all
I'm
the spare
surprised they haven't
parts,
used more of those parts.
this is what I got left over. I can't really pop these parts off, but
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing here.
You weren't the only one. Same time, we all did.
I really am going to bolt, and it has nothing to do with the Canadian that just showed up. But I'll use it
Sure.
as an excuse.
I showed
It
up like
wasn't
15
that
minutes
hard
ago, and you're
flex.
like, he just showed up. So anyway,
Wasn't that hard flex that Ken does every time he rolls on?
what hard flex?
Them super rare collectibles mint in box worth thousands of dollars. Ken's
That's a green. That's a green screen back there. I just have that because Punk is here.
All right,
we'll
Punk.
just-
Have a good one.
See you
All right,
later,
man.
brother.
I will
See
see
you
you
Monday
on,
night.
Monday, I guess.
Yep.
Talk to you now.
We'll be there.
All right, man. Take care, guys.
Later.
See ya. Thank you for joining us. Man,
I don't think he
dropping
believed
like
me that it was a
flies
green
tonight.
You know,
I don't
there
think
were-
anybody would do it.
I'm gonna have
There
to
were
drop
10
out soon too. So I
Yeah.
got to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yo,
I gotta
losers
go to
gotta
bed at
get
6
up
a.m.
for it.
tomorrow.
We'll just stream until 6 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I
You
got
can
a
nap on the
whole
bus. Wherever you
fucking
go.
day of kid stuff I got to do.
Yeah.
I am gonna have to wake up early myself tomorrow because I think I'm supposed to be helping Ziggy go move his brother's stuff out of a storage shed. Earlier this week, I was helping people move furniture. Now, like, I gotta go help somebody empty a storage thing, and it's like, I still need to finish up Christmas shopping here, folks.
What's early for you though? Is 10 early on the weekend, or what's considered early for?
Oh, for me, no, I still wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m. Like, even when we're going into like 5 or 6 a.m., I'll go to sleep for like an hour or two, and then I'll pop back
That's what
up.
I do. If we go to
But
like
then
4 or 5, I'm up at 7.
Later in the day, though, I'll crash out.
Those are the nights where I can't get a hold of you after 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, yeah. Like later in the day, I'll crash out.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I'll sleep for like an hour or two after the stream, and then I'll take a nap at like 4 or 5 so I can be up for Hella Dope.
Right.
But tomorrow
I'll try
night
to
after Hella
catch-
Dope, Travis and I are streaming. So
You guys are streaming tomorrow instead of Tuesday for
Yeah.
Christmas Eve? That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you want to join us, hit me up. I'll send you the link. You guys know this. Most of you guys have channels. Come on.
Jump on.
Earlier, I
Join
saw you
us.
had 10 people on for quite a while, so I just waited and
Yeah.
started doing other stuff. And then all of a sudden,
I
checked and
had
you
to
went
wait
from,
to jump on my own stream because we had 10 people.
Well, you went from 10 down to 6 in about 2 minutes, and I was like,
Yeah, we did.
Because I checked, and then I was like, okay, let's see if they're down to 9 yet, and I can quickly set up.
At the beginning of the
And you
show,
were
I
down to
almost
6.
switched it over to the Action Figs Clubhouse, but I didn't want to be mean to Oz because I like them.
Dude, it would have been fine. Honestly,
I know you don't.
I set this up earlier because I was recording something for Mr. Home Arcade and forgot to put it back to the holidays. So that's on me.
Oh, holidays. That's right.
Yeah. Supposed to have the
I see that StreamYard now calls the brand stuff media assets.
Media assets is what it's called now.
Yeah.
But why did they make that change?
Like this past week, they did the
okay.
update.
Past week.
I was going to say, I didn't notice it when I did a recording, like on Wednesday. So
I didn't notice
That
it
is
the
a
other day
recording,
either.
not a
Then
lot.
I
Yeah.
jumped on here. I was like, where the fuck is the brand button? And I was like, oh, I bet you it's under media assets.
I wouldn't have noticed it if it wasn't for the fact that they talked about it last night on Let's Go Off World.
I gotcha. So you got quite a busy schedule now because you've got Off World, you've got Frenzy once a month, and you've got this, and then you got whatever other invites happen.
Well, yeah, because like even tomorrow, like last week, I wasn't able to jump on, but now I got to see how long we're gonna take doing the emptying Chris's brother's storage tomorrow. Because our good friend Tom, Tasty Cake, he's doing another recording of Spill the Geek Tea, and he wanted me to get on. I honestly thought that was more like I was going to be on like a 1 episode type thing, and he was going to be rotating guests every week. I didn't realize I was signing up for a weekly thing on that. So I may not be able to commit to another like weekly show. Even Let's Go Off-World, it was supposed to only be every other week, but then he promoted all of the 2.0 crew. We've all been promoted to just Let's Go Off-World now. There is no 1.0, 2.0 show anymore. So that's a weekly show now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you have so much fun with it. You know, like you actually like legitimately enjoy it, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I don't mind if it's more of a casual thing, but as far as like me trying to commit all the time, it's tough when you got a busy schedule like that and you're on all the time.
Well, we've all changed schedules a lot throughout 2024. Like there have been times when like, you know, I'll try to get a hold of somebody and then I'll realize their schedule is completely different than the last time I tried to get a hold of them. Right.
Yeah.
And things just change. I mean, that could be literally a life change, like a work change, completely shifts their hours, or it could be that they started, you know, showing up on 2 live streams every single week, plus like special guest editions later on, whereas the previous time,
Todd C bringing up this comment. Even people without channels hop on. That's absolutely true. Stanley doesn't have a channel, and he'll still jump on. He asks pretty much every week to be, you know, if he can have the link. But that's the idea of the Clubhouse. It's not it's hosted on my channel for the most part, but as many of you know, it's streaming across 4 different channels right now, myself and 3 others. And the show's grown. It's well beyond just me, right? Like this show has grown well beyond me. Like, well, again, even tonight, right? I wasn't going to be home in enough time to be on at the start of the show. But fortunately, Ed's able to take over for me for that, and he can get things going. And if he can't, then it'll start on somebody else's channel. Or I mean, honestly, Ed could run this on Toilet, you know, on Action Fig's channel too. It wouldn't matter either way. But at least this way, if he starts it on my channel when I come on, like if he wants to go, he can, and then I can keep things going because we share.
Well, if Paynes gets back kind of full time again, he could always start. Like, let's say you're absent for 1 week, and then Paynes gets it started, and then Ed takes it to the end, something like that. You know,
we've done that in the past too, where Paynes.
Yeah, and then I remember when you've done that. I mean, you might end up with a 4.5 hour stream and not a 6 hour stream. But I got to be honest, I look forward to talking to you boys every week because I have live streamed less this year than I did in 2023 and 2022 by far. You know, like I'll forget how long my intro is when I click the live button. I'll forget like what I'm supposed to say. Oh, hey Largo.
That's right. Largo's here saying Clubhouse isn't a channel, it's a state of mind. Shiny, happy people. You know what? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But that's kind of the idea. Yeah, Largo's got it. I sent it to him earlier. Pretty sure I did. I remember sending it to him earlier, but maybe I.
If not, remind us, Largo. My biggest problem is I always take a long time to find the StreamYard link because by the time I jump on, it's like 40 messages down the chat, and I keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And this time I didn't.
I do try to repost it like.
Even
I have to scroll up and.
Brick's calling everybody a wiener right now in the chat, so it gets.
I was like, "What the hell? What'd I do to Brick?"
Well, I was talking to.
Apparently,
Brick
you weren't holding his hand.
Yeah.
No, that was the Shiny Happy People.
It was. I know it was for. Just making.
I'm going to be talking to Brick more because now that I got a Crunchyroll subscription, I'm going to be watching more anime. Bud might be hearing from me a little bit more often than he used to as well. So.
Hey, you can talk to me too, Ken. I'm available anytime.
You're an anime guy?
No, but you can just talk to me. Yeah. I like talking.
It'll be the Ken and Ken connection. You guys can get on live stream, hold hands. It'll be a beautiful thing.
Do a little dance, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a really strong. You're the
You're
Yeah.
the wiener. That's
Holy
that's
cow.
gonna be a shirt. It's gonna be a picture of Brick with his perfect Lego hair pointing like the skeleton.
Lego hair.
You're the wiener.
The thing is, his hair is always like that. It's always coiffed. He like wakes up like that, right?
Literally,
happy I actually did
that's
mine
kind
for
of
the
how we
stream
have
tonight.
to feel about it because
Yeah,
we've gone.
That's why we
live
say it's the
first thing
Lego
in the
hair
morning.
because it's just there. It
He
doesn't
just
move.
pops the brick on.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, with me, I throw about 5 pounds of dippity doo on here. I record my video, I go, let's begin, then I go click on the end screens and I wash it out. Like that's pretty much what I do. Right. So yeah, this guy's hair is always there. Right. What's he talking
My
about?
hair's
Starting
never perfect.
Devilman
That's why we
Crybaby right
start
now.
late.
Yeah.
Here you go, bud. With the extra pieces.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Here you go with those extra pieces.
Oh,
Oh
Do
wow.
something,
Whoa.
yeah, I got to go
Seymour,
dig out mine now.
No. Cobb, that's crazy. I mean, I hate creatures.
These are like all the extra stuff. Once you fully assemble them, kind of got some extra pieces.
Dude,
There you go. That's
a
a great
little
idea.
monster in the Whispering Woods ready to eat somebody.
Right.
It's gonna be his little.
Where did I put? Oh, here it is.
Brick says, no, I don't. I got to put the hairpiece on in the morning. That's what it is.
So it's like
Snap
a
it
Marvel
in.
Legends figure with the hairpiece you take on and off.
Yeah. And for the third week in a row, we got
that's good.
Brendan Higgins joining
Hello
us.
there.
What is up, brother? How are you this evening?
Hey.
Having a lot of fun being here.
And the one thing about Tom's show with Sundays, it's hard just because, man, it's like the one day when I start with my son, and of course I told him, man, football season and stuff, it's tough. I was like, man, if it was any other day, like that's why I stream Saturday like with you, and then I do Wednesday on my own because those are the 2 days I don't have my kid, and it's just easier that way. But
well, you guys know a lot, especially, and mind you, again, like I like doing stuff like this. I do enjoy streaming with a lot of people, and Spilly Geek Tea is a fun show to do that.
It is fun. It's really fun.
But for me, Sundays are my day of peace.
Yeah.
Right. All week long, I am answering the phone 8 hours a day, talking with people. I hate talking on the phone. Personally, the only reason I do it is because they pay me money to, and I've got to deal with it all week long. And I hate it. Like, I absolutely hate it. I got my customer service voice and all that stuff going on, no doubt. But I just, and it drains that social battery, right? Typically on like a Friday night, I may try to like go out on a date or something like that. But then
You haven't asked
also
me on a
lately,
date in a while, Oz. So
it's been a minute, Ken. It's been a minute, Kenny. But now it's like, again, I'm doing the Let's Go Off World podcast, and that is, that kind of drains that. This, although it's not draining, it's at the very end of all of that. So like after we wrap up for the night, I'm like done.
Yeah.
And then all day Sunday is me just trying to recharge that battery enough to make it through the next Monday through Friday.
Yeah. It is a
I
tough
don't
day
hit,
to. It's
I don't
a
hit
tough
YouTube
day to
at
do
all
it.
on Sundays until about 8:45, right before Helidope gets on, and that's usually
I see Gaz in the chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gaz is here with us. Gaz, it's been a minute since you've been on Clubhouse, buddy. Ken, you want to shoot him that invite?
Yeah, okay. Oh, if I can find it.
I can do it. We'll see. I figure you probably talked to Gaz more recently than I have. I haven't sent Gaz a message in a while.
Well, he was on vacation for a while, but we talked today. I can't remember what I was.
Okay.
I can't remember, yeah.
Well, I could just scroll down to the last time I talked to you, and you can shoot him the link because I talked to you like what 30, like an hour or so ago or something. Like, if you need the link that quick.
No, it's fine.
See, I can send
managed to scroll. I managed to scroll back and find it.
So,
there we go.
But I mean, yeah, that's definitely the thing. Like, I do get a little drained and everything like that. That's why Sundays I typically try to keep for not doing anything at all. Like me helping Chris with his brother and doing all that stuff tomorrow, I wouldn't even be doing that if it wasn't for the fact that I had to do other stuff earlier today that didn't allow me to do that today. Otherwise, I would have done all that today, done this tonight, and then tomorrow would have been like my chill nothing day. I'm just gonna drink coffee, smoke cigarettes, and that's it. That's it.
God, Sundays are good for
Your
that.
Ravens already
I
won, so
love-
you're good there.
Yeah, right. Like the Ravens are. Yeah.
Sunday morning, sitting around for hours just smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee is such a great Sunday.
See, I just said like I do go out on dates on Fridays. That's I'm just not talking to the people who I'm dating.
Yeah.
That's the text message that's happening on the side while I'm between calls.
Yeah, no, I like it though. It's really fun and even just
Oh yeah.
But he's so understanding to where if he
He
could
is.
throw it in and do a segment in between or try to jump in, he can kind of edit
Jump
it
in
and
for a
stuff.
couple minutes and then do that.
It's just it is it because I dude, you guys know Tom's my boy, man. I always kind of
yeah.
and so like he had his show today this afternoon and he still does his little thing where he just kind of rambles about work and and the people at the grocery store and it's entertaining for sure. But
I gotta ask the question though. Like everyone has the longer live stream format now. How are you able to like figure out, keep up with who goes on when, and then decide what to watch? Because there's so many right now.
I try to put notifications on everybody, and then if I'm around and I'm sitting there, I'll watch. If I'm not and I'm busy, I can't. Then
yeah,
it's kind of how I am.
because
Or
while I
maybe do half and half.
usually monitor my messenger, right? I'll sit down, I'll be editing. I'll look up 3 hours later, and Punk will be 3 hours into a live stream, and he's ending at the 3.5 hour mark, and I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going? I missed the first 3 hours." Right? Happens all the time, right?
Well, Punk's my spot on Monday nights. Like Monday nights, we have game night after I get off of work, and that ends right at around the time Punk goes live. So then it's like, all right, I'll pop into the chat, I'll mention a couple of things, and then I'm like listening to the rest of the show while I'm washing dishes and stuff like that. So that's my Monday.
Yes.
It's really easy for me because Wednesday's the only day that I'm not either live or modding a show at 9:00.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Look at this guy. He even brought his hat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Jim. Welcome back to the clubhouse, my friend.
Feliz Navidad.
I was just thinking about that for Friday. Like
Alright.
I watched some of Oz's the Off World for a little while, and then I jumped over to. I always watch some Radnom for a while. I watch him and jump back and just in segments and
It's
just
a lot.
whenever I can get to it, I'll try to watch a little bit here and there.
Radnom is how
is
I end my
very
Fridays.
Yeah, very chill. Very cool.
I love his show, man. It's so cool.
Sometimes, like when I jump on, I don't even pop on and say anything. Like I literally put him on as I'm going to sleep because just that chill music and then his soothing voice, and it's like I'm cool. I'm out for the night, and that gets me out like almost every time. I love it. And again, it's still like Sundays is the absolute worst days as far as like everybody does stuff on Sundays.
It used to be nobody took Sunday. It used to be
no,
like Geek Dad
Sundays.
Yeah.
Mega J. Well, it would be who? Ken, you used to do morning Sundays.
Yeah.
You used to do morning Sundays. Mega J would do something, and like Toy Habits also used to do on a Sunday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and then it would end with Geek Dad Life.
Yes.
And
their after show if you're a patron, but yeah.
Right. And then it was like, well, then I started watching Hella Dope on Sundays.
Yes.
And there's also just Shelvit's shooting the shelf on Sundays, which I like to watch too.
Yes.
And then before that now, like because Bricks News leads into that. Before that, we've got Adam, Highly Articulated. We're watching that.
Yep. Allison will do coloring sometimes.
Coloring before that. And Allison used to try to line up her coloring so it would come on just after you did your TKO.
Yeah.
So it's like literally I'd wake up in the morning, get my coffee, and start watching TKO to Allison, to Highly Articulated, to Brick, to, and then from Brick, it would be either Shooting the Shelf, watch that for a bit, and then jump over to Hella Dope after, and like mix and match. It's a very busy day.
Well, for those of you who are
O-ring and 1/18 scale aficionados. Our buddy Wilhelm is making a special appearance tomorrow. He's bringing the 1/18 back after a hiatus. So
awesome.
I wonder how it's going to work, because I thought he canceled StreamYard. He must have gotten it back or something, because there was a price hike and he canceled. From what
Was
I
he using another one now?
He must be.
Or
I
he's
haven't talked to him directly yet.
Well, if he canceled StreamYard, he might have stayed on with the special offer that they had, which was like a $2 increase, right?
Or the free plan.
$26.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
they don't
or he's
offer a
doing the
free plan
yeah.
anymore. They don't offer
Yeah.
one anymore that I saw.
He's been so busy. Oh, there's no free one anymore?
I don't think
didn't
so.
realize that.
No,
Okay, yeah.
I don't see any offer for a free one. It's literally like you pay or you don't get shit.
Wow. No, Will's been
they
so
changed
busy.
their-
That's crazy.
I went a while without hearing from him. I'm just like, hey, what's I'd message it, he had a thumbs up, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, what's going on? And then finally, like less than a month ago, I was like, oh, sorry, I've just been really busy with work. I got about a paragraph, and then that was it.
Yeah, he's had some crazy busy times at work, so he's kind of taking a hiatus from YouTube.
Right.
And,
I was just like, are you still working the booth next Joe Fest? Because if all I get is a thumbs up every 3 weeks, I don't know if you're
I hope
alive
so.
or if you're just using, no, I'm in. don't kill my spot.
I know he definitely had a great time last year hanging with all the Delta 17 guys, so that'll be fun.
So what are you saying? I can't go now, Ken? God, no, I'm joking.
I just popped in to say happy holidays. It's after 1 o'clock here, and I still have guests. In Guatemala, Christmas is kind of a movable feast. It started Friday, and it just kind of goes from house to house. So I've got a couple of in-laws and outlaws here. I'll have some more tomorrow. I'll have some more Monday, so.
Hey,
and
Jim, this is a safe space. You can stay. You don't have to leave.
Exactly.
You know what you're putting up with.
I'm a total introvert, so I'm hiding in the lair for a minute just to
turn off the lights. They'll think you went to sleep, Jim. Just talk really quiet.
Yeah.
Where'd Jim go? I don't know. I haven't seen him.
They've got all the tequila, so I eventually have to go back out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. I got you.
That's fair. Yeah. What do you call it if you're an introvert naturally, but then you see toy people and you go like in super talkative, outgoing mode? Is that
That's
just
called
called
mullet
being
Ken?
Mullet Ken? I thought it was called geeking out. But anyway.
It's definitely just geeking out. And
Yeah.
who else are we going to talk to this stuff about, right? Because nobody else gets it.
Not even my kid. He's like, gee, Dad, whatever. I don't want to hear about it.
Rick, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it's always fun for me to see people in this culture who did not grow up with the toys we did come into the lair and kind of peek their head in and go, wow.
You should have seen when my kid walked in and saw my Robo Skull. I walked away and he's like trying to get the cockpit on. I'm like,
don't you
don't touch Dad's toys. What are you, crazy?
I'm sitting there. I'm like, if you want, I'll write it on my will that you can have it.
Brick's got it. Ex-Toyvert.
You know what?
Ex-Toyvert.
He's on a roll tonight.
Jim?
He's on a roll tonight. Oh, is that a cosmic?
Oh, that is so cool.
That guy's beautiful.
That brings back those Fisher Price flashbacks of the good old days with the adventure people.
Yep.
We're gonna make this happen for you, buddy. You need one of these.
Oh, dude,
we will find a way to make this happen.
They're gonna sell out.
Just your
will
happy
sell out
fuzzy
soon.
face is all I need for Christmas. You guys are so fun to hang with.
Is that a way of
as-
saying all I want for Christmas is you? Is that what you just said?
That's
Laura?
right. Yes. Yeah, but I'm not going to do the Mariah Carey thing.
I was
can't
gonna
get the
say, are
time
you
though.
quoting Mariah at me right now?
I want to.
I made it to today before hearing that song for the first time this holiday season.
Oh, you finally
Almost.
heard it?
Finally heard it?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
last weekend.
We were going to go to one restaurant. My son said, let's go to the other one next to it. And that's what was on. And I'm just
Oh man.
So
did you yell at him?
Almost got through it.
no, because the food was cheaper. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Brick
So there's a
cheaper than
trade-off.
whatever I was-
Mariah Carey
Yeah.
for food. I get it. Yeah.
I would have paid 20 extra bucks not to listen to that song anyway.
So
Well, guys, I'm going to bail. I've been up since like 4 o'clock this morning setting up for festivities, and I'm burnt. But I just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Love you guys.
Christmas to you,
Have a
Jim.
great
Merry
one.
Christmas,
Thanks for stopping in, man.
If I don't see you
here.
before, I'll catch up with you guys in the new year. So
All right.
enjoy.
definitely, brother. We'll
Take
see
care,
you
brother.
soon.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah,
So Brick's got some options for what we can call that when you excitedly want to talk about toys. It could be an ex-toyvert or plastic pervert.
Well, that's Thanos.
Yeah.
It's more than just Thanos. There's a couple of us.
Pervert sounds like you'd be
Which
pushing,
is not as public as
forcing
Thanos.
it.
Right.
We got them big throbbing modulocs all over the place now.
That yes.
Did you see this custom? I saw it. This is on a Facebook group.
Bro, man, ahoy. Hold on a sec here. Let's bring that.
So there's the artwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the custom.
That was the original Beastman look, wasn't it? That was supposed to be
right.
Beastman.
Yeah. So that is the Build-A-Figure for Ursus Major from Marvel Legends, and then they just attached the Beastman.
I think Hebrew had done that too.
It might be Hebrew's picture, or maybe that's where
just this height.
Thanos says, "What?"
Yeah, you heard his name.
What?
Broman is at work tonight. Well, brother, glad you are joining us in the clubhouse from work because that's what it's all about. Guys,
anyway, fellas, I'm going to bounce out too. I will be around tomorrow night after Hella Dope, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. Travis and I will be going live on my channel. So if you guys are up and about, stop in. We're going to be
I'll definitely make it over.
Discussing.
I'll be at the hellhole.
Some of the greatest toys we got for Christmas, or most memorable toys we got for Christmases in the past. Something like
By the way,
that.
Ed, check your DMs more often because you were kind of quiet this week, and I went to message you. Hey, you doing okay? You never messaged back. I thought you were dead.
You thought I was dead?
For me, just didn't want to talk to you.
Wow.
Oh.
Sorry.
Damn, Ange.
Yeah, my sister just came in.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not ready to send Ange the link. We're going to air
right now,
this
Bud,
out
that I
here.
haven't replied to this week because I've been so damn busy. After Monday at noon, I'm done for the year.
We're gonna have to get a short of that one for sure.
She's got to come on live more often. I like when she's back.
Yeah, she's one of these times she's going to have to just pop on the show.
She doesn't have to do the face.
That's
hey,
right.
she's
She
been on
get
Toy
kicked off her follow
Domination.
language.
Ange has been on Toy Domination with me. We brought her on there.
True.
Oh really?
Yep.
She has been on one.
Yep. It was a while back. Me, Jesse, Dom, and Robert Post from Savage Crucible were playing with Dom on his channel.
Anyways, fellas, y'all have a good Christmas. If I don't talk to you, I'm sure I'll talk to most of you.
Oh, we'll
anyway,
talk to
but,
you soon, man.
You guys have a
Send
good one.
me
I'll
a wink,
talk to you all
wink.
later.
See you, Ed.
Take
See you,
care,
man.
brother.
See ya.
Merry Christmas.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Brick saying, what's with the Californians turning in early? Because Brick and Thanos were here earlier and both of them have left it now. There it is. We were joking about it earlier. Everybody's turning old. We're all getting old. Heck, no, Bud still got me beat. Bud's younger than me. But I was going to say, I used to be the younger one on the panel. Bud's younger than me by a year. And I'm turning 40 in.
I need to hold it down for California for him.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. Cobb's
I
got
got
us on the
5 years
Pacific.
before I become 40. Yeah, right.
Still early.
No, I'm 76, according to Allison, remember?
I was going to say, you're what, 75,
yeah.
76, 72? I don't know. It changed like 3 times during the stream.
As somebody in their 40s, that when you hit that magic number, everything goes wrong. Things
Well,
start
thanks.
hurting.
I've
never
got 2
hurt
weeks
before.
until what was already fucked up is even more fucked up. I appreciate it, Brennan. Thank you very much.
Believe me,
For the
things went
reassurance.
fucked up with me years ago. So 40 is just another number.
I hit that 30.
No,
like,
I
oh,
know.
man, I'm gonna be 30, and now 40. I'm like, God, to be hitting that 30 again would be so awesome.
Dude, I'm on the teeter on the other end, man. I'm already 46, so I'll be
No, I remember-
47 in
Hey.
April. So
I remember when
You are older than me. I'm May 78.
no,
Yeah,
I'm April 78, April 10th.
You'll see. I remember
May
when
17th.
it was just like a couple years ago, or it felt like it was only a couple years ago. My buddy's wife was making fun of me. She was like, yeah, you're turning 30. You're turning 30. And I'm like, shut up. I'm not turning 30.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm not turning 30. And I was like, shit,
No,
it's already been 10 years?
Damn.
Damn.
that 30 to 40 really flew by.
It's a quick, like, it really
Yeah.
flies by.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait, 40 to 50, because I'm already over halfway there, and it's,
Shut up.
I don't feel like it. Dude, think about it. In
When I
4
was-
years, I'm going to be 50. That doesn't make any sense to me at
It
all.
doesn't. I don't
It's so
feel
weird.
anywhere. I look at my parents. Look at the pictures of your parents when they were in their 40s, and they look like they're 60 friggin' years old. Like, we don't look like that. We don't act like that. And the fact that people are living into their hundreds now, I have a feeling our generation will live much farther than that.
There's
Just
this
like
video I
even
was
better.
watching that was showing like from films we watched as a kid, like how old they are. Freaking Marv from Home Alone was only 35.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
But
the
he
one that
totally
freaked me
looked
out the
like
most was
the fuck.
what was All in the Family. The guy who played Archie Bunker, he was 46 during that filming in All the
right?
Family.
But you
And
look
he
at him, you're
looked
thinking
he
he's
looked
like in
about
his
65.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at Ed O'Neill was like 32, 33 when he started Married with Children. He was bald, looked like he was
Crazy.
50
Hey.
years old.
Hey, I don't want to hear it because I've been bald for a really long time. And no, I
But
don't
he has a
cover it
male
up with
pattern
the
baldness due. That
I
was the
don't.
difference.
Well, yeah, because I just like as soon as mine started going, I was like, I ain't playing this shit, and just started shaving my head. But I will say this though, because when I shaved the beard, I did shave the head, and I haven't shaved it
Oh, so you got the
since
cul-de-sac.
I'm growing the beard back. So like I've got that look right now, but this won't be here in a week because I'm gonna shave the top of my head again in a week. Like, or not in a week, couple days, because like I'll do it right before Christmas to look presentable.
Yeah.
Now see, me, if I had, balding like that, I would let my hair still grow really long, and then I would style it so it like pokes out on the side, so I'm like a crazy mad scientist.
I did that before, and that's when somebody told me I looked kind of like Doc Brown, and I had to find out how to do.
Run for it, Marty!
Marty, we got to get up to 88 miles an hour.
Just try to.
Tom,
I don't do that as
how
good
could
as
I
I
be
do
so
other voices.
so? What does he say? How could I be so careless, Tom? He's talking to the president.
And yeah, I think I agree with Britt though. The 40s have been awesome. What happens is you start realizing and taking care of yourself a little more. Like,
Oops.
Do you? Shit, I missed the boat there.
at least I didn't feel like. Well, I had a bad health experience about 5 years ago, and
Same.
since then it's been friggin' awesome. Just changing lifestyle and everything else. My mindset's different. I used to have a lot more like negative thoughts and bitterness. That starts to go away. You're more
Stop
like
giving
a
a
fucking
fuck. I know
attitude.
that. That's one thing for sure for me.
For me, the
You stop
bitterness
giving a fuck.
definitely.
Yes, you really do. Like,
You know how
am I
long ago
becoming my
I stopped
dad?
giving a fuck? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
doomed to become our parents.
Yeah, you do need
Yeah.
that don't give a fuck mode because
We
it
did
really
have a
does help.
conversation about the weather for like 10 minutes. So yeah, we're
Yeah, we
our
did it
dads.
earlier. Like Adam's comment
I was listening to
after
that. That was great.
This is great. Adam's like, and next up,
That was the best comment of the whole thing.
it was good.
Traffic.
Whether the tens or something.
Yep. Well, Adam's good with those quippy one-liners. Him and Allison were like for ages were like just summarizing the whole show, and it's like if you like good gut health, kombucha, and some other obscure or completely
Prolapse?
vulgar
No.
thing we talked about, prolapse. You're gonna
Oh.
blow up the clubhouse. I still like. I really need to dig through all the episodes of Clubhouse. That just takes a while because I want to segment a lot of those and start using them as ads.
That's cool.
That would totally sell me if I wasn't already here.
Try to get the one where I came back with the sewer layer when I went into the
Oh yeah, don't know. I've got to find that one. Also, we got to get the blackout when Kayla was, messing around with that seahorse. You know, that's one thing that I've got to make sure we get. I got to talk with Kayla and see when we can get her back on to join us, because it has been far too long since Kayla has joined us.
Yeah, it's been a long
We
time.
miss
since
you,
we've seen her.
Kayla.
Yeah, like she still does
Tricked us.
GBF out sometimes.
Yeah,
but not as often as she used to, right?
She's busy. She's been busy. She's got a lot of stuff going on. So, but we miss her.
Definitely.
For that matter, we miss Allison too. Allison hasn't been around, but Allison's been real busy.
Well, you know what's funny is I got a message from Allison today because she's kind of like my main meme buddy, and I had sent her probably 5 or 6 of them, and she messaged
Same.
me. She's like, "Don't worry, send as many as you can because I'll be laying in bed all day Sunday catching up on them."
Oh, we did a premiere earlier this week, Allison and I, where we read through the Rebel Troop Transport in, basically little booklet that came with that. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun to do. Yeah. She had me do a couple of readings on it, and then recorded that and put it all together, edited it real nice, and boom. Now, I did ask her, though, if she edited my Darth Vader voice, and she said she did not. That is just my voice.
So you're that good.
I am apparently that damn good. I didn't think I was, but I am. She didn't do any voice effects or anything like that. I mean, that's me doing the breathing, and it's me doing the actual voice. Not a bad Darth Vader.
Nice.
And yes, there was a little talk. Do we call it Darth Oz or Oz Vader? And I said, if you're gonna do any, got to do the Darth Oz, because I'm not stepping on Skelevator's toes.
Oh,
boy.
Oz. Here's that jar of fucks.
Oh, look, Bud's got all the fucks to give.
Yep. And they're all mine.
How did you get all those fucks to give? Wow.
Well, got to pay for the Budley.
He's not giving anyway. He gives none.
Yeah, he ain't giving shit.
Nope.
You need a shilling on there. I'm not giving you this or this.
All right, so I outlasted Joe being on the stream and smoking in front of me, and I definitely outlasted Jim popping one and smoking. Now I need to go out and smoke. But before I do, since Todd's not here, or since Ed's not here, I was saying Ed, and I looked at Todd's name. I'll pull up Todd's comment here. We need a jar punk now. I thought he was making a joke about the jar of fucks, but now I'm realizing he's saying a jar punk.
Yusa. Yeah, Hisa.
Misa gonna get so mad at a Sharky boy. Gungans be getting mad wet with the sharks. That's terribly horrible, and I didn't mean to enlarge myself there.
No, wait, who is the leader of the Gungans? The Boss Ness.
Oh, yeah.
That's more punk.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That was kind of funny, though, when Punk tried to bring up the whole Ghost of Christmas past, and Brick's like, okay, shut up. We already heard about it. We've moved on. Just quit talking about it already. He was feisty today.
Yeah. I wasn't around for the beginning. First hour or so. Long drive tonight.
Yeah, I caught the beginning and then I skipped out in the middle. That was funny. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Oh, what the heck was I? I was in and out, so I forgot what the conversation was. Damn, I apologize.
Well,
I want to
it's all
comment on
gravy.
something.
That's what happens when we're 46, bro. It just kind of it comes in and then it kind of goes away.
Yes, yes, it does. It's not. It's worse than walking into a room and forgetting what you wanted there. It goes a lot farther than that.
You mentioned 46. Are we like people in their 40s? Are we in the prime of our lives now?
I don't think so yet.
Or were we in our prime before? Is the prime coming?
Prime's coming.
Good.
I still have my friends in the 50s.
if we could figure something out with my pain management, like if I could figure out, because my mom keeps sending me stuff. She sent something saying like, here's this new thing that they're doing with back pain, and it's revolutionary, and it's supposed to be some kind of thing that they're plugging into you, and you don't have to have like surgery and all this. But for me, if I wasn't hurting so much all the time, I would be in the gym every day. I was doing all that stuff before. So, I mean, I still feel young. It's just me. Well, look, I'm sitting on a fucking heating pad right now. It's like I'm in so much pain all the fucking time that if I could figure that part out, I would be perfect. It would be
Is it a
definitely, the
sports
prime
injury
would
or
be coming.
what are you dealing with?
I'm in the
What's
same
that?
boat too.
Are you dealing with a sports injury or what are you dealing with?
No, I was working warehouse shit, and back in 2001, I herniated. Had the two herniated discs, the L4, L5, L5S1, and since then I got another one while I was working at the prison. So now I got L2, L3, L3, L4, L4, L5, L5S1 are all herniated. The bottom two have tears in them. I tried to get the surgery, but of course our great American health system, it was work comp, and they deny everything. So even then, though, if I would have got a fusion, it's a 50-50 shot of helping my pain. So it's just one of those things where when you look at the MRIs, you're like, Jesus, there's no fluid in the discs. They're all black. Like there's nothing there, and they're pushed
They've been
out, pushing on the
compressed, so
nerves.
nothing.
So in the sciatic, it's fucked. But that part of it, I try, and they always say, don't let your pain define you and all this. And you try, but sometimes it's like, no, I'm here, stupid. Come on, But you do what you can, and then you deal with it the next day or the 2 days later. You try to, because I'm a single parent, so laundry has to be me, dishes have to be me, everything has to be me. And when I have a day of trying to get everything done, it takes me a couple days to recover, which really sucks. But otherwise, like and I never let myself get too low. I always stay as positive as I can. You guys don't. I mean, I think for me, I'm probably one of the best liars because I don't think anybody really knows the extent of how much shit I'm going through with my back. But I try not to let it take away from who I am. So
Are you able to get up and go about like your day and everything like that? Like,
I do.
Can you take a drive for a road trip for 6 hours? Or like, if you can do that, then you're not. You might not be so bad, right?
Yeah, no, it takes a little. Like if I go somewhere and I know I'm not going to lay on my reclined bed, I bring 2 pillow wedges so I can sleep the way I have to sleep. And there's modifications I have to make, but I can do it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
one thing
sure
I have
Bud
to look
has.
at getting is like a
I was gonna say,
wedge.
Bud has a sleeping arrangement too. Right?
Yep.
So, amen, brother.
Sleep in a recliner.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the similar boat, except it has to do with my lower leg, my legs. I had something called Ozs when I was a teenager. That's where your bones grow real. I had a big growth spurt. Your bones grow really fast, and your tendons don't catch up, so they stretch out and they lose their elasticity. So from 15 years old on, I always had loose ligaments in my knees where I had to keep the muscle structure up.
Damn.
Now, I don't sleep. The reason why I'm up is because I don't sleep through the night. I wake up. I get horrible cramps in my legs. I broke my growth plates in high school playing football. I stunted my growth by 4.5 to 6 inches. My brother, I'm 5'10", my brother's 6'4", my father's 6'2", or opposites. But I am in chronic pain. My wife takes a massage gun to my legs a couple times a day. I wear compression socks right now, then I take them off, put them on, take them off. I've had my right leg deveined. What that means is you have 2 sets of veins in your body, the ones that are wrapped close to your bone and the ones that are superficial. If you remove the superficial ones, your body reroutes your blood system to the inner ones.
Okay.
So it took a lot of relief off of my right leg, but they can't. I went through, okay, you got to stop salt. Okay, you got to stop this. You got to stop that. Well, why is your leg still swelling? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I've done everything healthy.
Everything you want.
protein shakes, everything else. I wake up in pain. I wake up in cramps. I have to.
Yeah.
If it's not my knee, it's my hip. If it's not my hip, it's my plantar fasciitis because that nerve is all connected. It's
All the
not a
way through.
sciatica.
Yeah.
It's not
How
a
do you handle
sciatica.
your sleep schedule? If you don't sleep through the night, does it impact work throughout the week or other functions or anything? Like, what's the best way to catch that up?
I stretch. That helps for temporary time. Building up my knees. I can't stand for long, and I can't sit for long.
Nope.
I can be moving. I can walk. Great. As long as I'm moving, I go up ladders. I'm an architect, so I go up on roofs all the time. I do this, that, boom, boom, boom. But when I come
Standing
home,
still, like waiting in line, is the worst thing in the world, isn't it?
that's why you'll never see me at Legion's Con waiting in line, because it goes to my back and then my knees and then my feet, and then it's just unbearable, and I gotta go. I'm out.
You get a friend to
Mentally,
hold your
I'm
spot in
lost.
line, and then take some painkillers, walk around, come back in 20 minutes.
I can't take painkillers because unfortunately I was an alcoholic.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Because
So
honestly, that's one thing that gets me through the day is the medication. It helps a lot.
I can't. I'd say, yeah. I don't. I can take
Painkillers
Advil at
affect
a
the
little bit of
alcoholic.
time.
Painkillers affect the
It's the
alcoholic.
personality, the addictive nature
No,
of
no,
it.
no,
No?
no. It's
Or
not
the-
that. I drink near beer. I drink this stuff. I love it. I have no problem with the addiction anymore. I understood what that happened. I'm a little different than people that would. I hit rock bottom. I almost died, but I was able to move on from that. I'm blessed. I went to AA, but something happened. I'm okay. I don't
Well,
need to. I'm in
what
bars
is
all
the
the time.
reason
Again.
for not being able to take the meds then?
His
Like, what's
liver.
It can damage my liver more.
liver? Okay. Yeah, that makes
My
sense.
liver is damaged, but I don't need. I won't. I've healed all the loose scarring. All the permanent scarring is there, but anybody who's had an alcoholic drink has some kind of scarring on it. The stuff I ruined has regenerated, but if I start taking meds on a regular basis now,
right?
You look at every med out there; they all affect your liver because they all get processed through your liver.
Yep.
I choose not to take them because I don't want to be back in that situation again.
Yeah.
So I'd have
Makes
to find
sense.
alternative things to make me feel better, like stretching and other stuff.
Have you ever
and
done
then deal.
cryotherapy? Have you ever done that freezing shit?
No, and another thing that's I'm doing because a doctor, I met a doctor recently. Not he's better not doctors, but
trying to.
I had a casual conversation with a what are those the needles
Stem cell?
It was sick to
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture. And he basically described it in a way that it made sense. Because I've tried everything to get the pain to go away. The doctors do not know what causes the cramps. I got by my bed and I have magnesium topical cream. If you have cramps, it's the best stuff. It'll take care of a cramp in 1 or 2 minutes if you just rub it on. That's so I'm losing track again.
No, well, I was just gonna say for me, I actually did the cryotherapy when I was working at the prison, and it
Oh.
really helped. And I did kind of get the breakdown of how it brings the cell or your bloodstream to the center to protect your body because it's giving it the
Mhm.
fight or flight because it feels like your limbs, and then you wear the gloves and all that. But it really did help, and I really need to get back into that. And I think if I start that, I might be able to kind of help myself be a little bit more active, because it
Yeah,
helped
absolutely.
a lot.
I'm looking for a different type. Now I remember with the acupuncture. So they said when you've tried everything else and it's still not working, and medical guys, my body was put through a trauma when all that happened. Your body goes into survival mode. So your nerve endings also go into survival mode and they realign themselves as a self-protective. Now, with the acupuncture, what they do is they get below the skin and the nervous system. They just touch the nervous system and reactivate it somehow where it reassociates itself again. And it will work on some people, doesn't work on others, but you know, when you've tried everything else, you start to look like the cryotherapy. I will look into cryotherapy now.
Yeah,
But,
it's.
yeah.
I want to get back into it because it really did help. It's like negative 230 degrees, and you're standing there for like 2.5 minutes.
Oh, I've done
pretty
dive pools, and they feel great. The ones where you soak in a hot bath and then dive, just take a straight dip down. Those are great. They make, but yeah, it's so. On top
Getting
of that,
old
I have
sucks, but
us.
like you said, hey, but all that shit you're talking about, all that stuff you're dealing with, but yet you still say our prime is still yet to come. So I mean, your
Yeah.
attitude right there is already saying that you're gonna be fine just by the way you look at it. And I know I kind of had like a little bit of a wow session just now, but that's normally not me. And I kind of let a little bit
That's not a
information out.
wow
But
session. That's
for
enlightening
me,
your friends the way you go through.
I try to stay as
That's
positive
fine.
as I can. You know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Exactly. It's my problem. I own it. I don't. Society wise, I don't think we own our own problems. We push it on other people. Our anger, our frustration, everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to me to add to that. I have to hear about everybody else's problems, and they really don't care about mine. Even though, as petty as I want to say something to somebody, like, "Oh, you got a little hangnail," like, no, I just keep my quiet, move along. Like they have no idea what pain is. Like,
Well,
true
and even just
pain.
us talking right now, we don't realize that we're not even the worst off in this group. The guy in the middle there's got us by 10,000 miles of what he's been dealing with. So it's like we're all through so much, but Bud's been through the ringer and back, and it's crazy how we've all got it. And but somebody's always got. There's always could be worse.
I was literally told by a doctor when I was like 12 in front of my mom. She was like, yeah, he's not going to make it past 18. So every year I think of her name and I just give her a middle fucking finger. Fuck that
Damn right,
bitch.
bud. Damn right.
Wow. Wow.
And that, like that,
I need to get to know you guys more.
when I was
You
told
guys
that
seem-
affected me so bad. Like, I just didn't care about anything else. I just was like, well, if I'm not going to live this long, might as well just have fun.
fucks up your shit. Yeah, messes up.
So,
your
like,
head.
school, didn't care.
Why? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Well, because at that
It's
age,
kinda like,
when
what's the
somebody in
fucking
that
point?
position tells you that, what do? You think that that's all? That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
final,
That's
right?
it.
Because we're young and
You've been
So-
given
we
a
trust
final
people.
number.
Yeah.
Gonna name drop Dr. Sharon Bartosh. Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck her.
There you go. Fuck that
Fuck
bitch.
that.
And Brendan, I'm there with you too on the alcoholism. I ended up hospital where just so close to death from drinking, and they told me if I have a drink ever again, I'm gonna die. So had to just eventually cut it off completely. They said, yeah, you don't even know how. They said you don't know how you survived this long. And then
Yeah,
showed
no,
up,
they-
pickled. You shouldn't even be alive.
Yep. I went through
I should not be here today.
waking up,
Same
drinking
here.
every single day, all day long, to the point where a lot of people were like, I didn't realize you had a drinking problem. I was like, that's the problem. Nobody realized because y'all never saw me ever sober.
Right. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
How do you
that
fight the
is
headache
kind
though?
of
Because alcohol gives you such a headache. All I want to do is grab like 4 Advils and just slam it down, and that's just adding to the problem. It's getting rid of the problem immediately. But
you know
if
how you
do
don't
that
get a
long-
headache, Ken?
You just have another drink.
You keep
Don't drink.
drinking.
You don't stop drinking.
Yeah.
That's,
The hair of the dog.
That
is what
was
they
on my.
call
I
it.
was every alcoholic goes to that
I had
point.
about a 20-year hair of the dog.
Yeah, because you all know I love to drink, but my conscience gets me. My wife likes to limit my drinking, so I get to the point where I have to get buzzed, not tell her, act normal, and then do it again, which is its own vicious cycle because you're always teetering and then you come back. You teeter, then you come back. You teeter, then you come back. It means that you're kind of on danger of going over the edge if nobody's watching you, right? So the week that she was visiting her sister, I took my kid and I was home alone. Oz knows I kept busy the entire time because I was so scared I was going to go to the bar and not leave. Like I was like, this is what I'm going to do every hour of every single day. And then they got back and I was like, okay, right. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's
like I never really had problems with hangovers. There were a couple of nights. And then there's always the tequila. People think I hate tequila because I would never drink tequila. No, the problem is I love tequila, but whenever I would drink tequila, I would get myself into a lot of trouble. I stopped drinking tequila. I stopped getting into all that trouble. It was an amazing correlation that I had.
See, in mine, I like to party and I like to do that. And I had my time of doing all that. I never overdid it. I never was a big, it never, controlled me. But that's what happened was when I originally got hurt, the doctor said, you're going to be on this pain medication. If you drink, you're going to hit this part of your liver. If you take the medication, it filters through this side. You're not going through the same spot, but you're going to damage two different areas. And that's not good. And so for me, I just kind of went, okay, well, I'm not going to it was fun. And I did it was fun while it lasted, but I'm done. And then once I kind of slowed down on the medication and there was times where I stopped, I just never picked it back up. It was just never something that I really needed to do. So I just didn't do it anymore. So, but I'm still on the pain meds. So I know my liver's still getting hit a little bit, but.
See, this was my background right here. Partying your balls off many years ago. Like, that was the thing. I was the party guy. Like, I was always having parties.
Do you
I just
all
didn't
miss it,
realize I
like-
was self-medicating the whole
Anybody?
time.
But does anybody wish they could still have that lifestyle or no?
No.
I think I had
I
that
pretty
fun and
much-
I'm done.
I was going to say I kind of have that fun here, but without all the other shit.
No, I already had that fun longer than I should have.
And when you
Me
stop
too.
drinking and then you go to those parties and you're around the people that are really fucked up,
Oh, yeah. They're
it
just
makes
not
you
fun.
realize, I don't want to do that. I don't
Yeah,
want to do
So-
that anymore.
People like
You said
pop
something-
alcohol drunk. I'm like, God, I have nothing to say because I was that way for years. I'm like,
So I like drinkers. I have them around all the time. They're fun. We all share stories. I tend to partake in the herbal life. But I get physically uncomfortable when there's a drunk in the room. The whole process, it's an uncontrollable process. I'm like, I don't want to be in the room with that guy. I don't care about everybody else that's drinking because they're all having fun. That guy's drunk. He's stumbling all over the place. I don't feel comfortable. I have to leave because I can't make him leave. So that's like stuff you got to navigate through if you want to keep a sane mind. Because it just all of a sudden that whole thing is this feeling comes over you when that guy comes in the room. It's insane.
Yeah. I just, I keep myself out of bars. I don't I get invited to parties still. People will be like, hey, you want to come over and party? You don't have to drink. And I'm like, I know I don't have to. The problem is that I still want to, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I don't even want to now. The smell, the smelling alcohol now turns me off.
Andrew Davis.
Yeah, I just never do it. Yeah, Andrew Davis saying no alcohol for me. I'm addicted to plastic and toxic women.
And apparently taunting Ken and anytime I meet Andrew at Joe Fest, he's such a riot. It's amazing.
I was gonna say, I heard he was addicted to putting Ked Post through tables.
Oh no!
The first time he met me, Sarge was there, and I think he was like, "Well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to put him through Sarge's table, so I'll wait." And then I don't know if I ran into him for the rest of the weekend after.
Actively avoided. See,
And
that's
then
why
I saw
Ken
Andrew.
goes to the women's restroom so he can hide out from Andrew. That's what it is.
If Andrew's here and he's
Now we get
actually
the
on time, he's up with the chat.
He's got to be, considering we're doing the alcoholic talk. I mean, he might be at tops, maybe 5 minutes behind, but he's definitely closer than normal.
I want to tell him here after Christmas, I'm going to get through those boxes and see what all I got and get back with you. I know I told you a few weeks back, but
Speaking of boxes and stuff, I got something to show you all in a couple of minutes here. I just gotta grab it down from where it is.
Ken's about to do the flex again.
All right. Love the Ken flex.
Well, before he flexes his fancy toys,
flexes. Ken's
I got
flexing.
these.
Cammy's got the cake.
Cammy's cool. Cammy's fun.
I have her
get
in
a kick.
the yellow mode in my house.
Articulated hair. I think that's hysterical. The fact that you could actually. But I love that you could just put these down on a table and stand them. And
Yeah.
you know, I just
They stand, they play well. Like they're solid toys. You can play with them a little rough like we used to when we were kids, and
yes,
they're good, man. Jada toys. I will say they're cereal monsters, not as much, but they're still they're good looking on the shelf though.
Yeah.
You know.
And we saw what
I
happened to
just got
my
those.
elbow. Oy.
Yeah, your Count Chocula's elbow. Like when I first pulled my Frankenberry out of the box, I thought, like he was just gonna like his leg, like I was talking earlier about the Jack Pacifics with the pins, like how the pins at the like at the legs are bulging out. And it's like, yeah, his are kind of like that. Like I was talking earlier about the Jack Pacifics with the pins, like how the pins at the bulge. Gotta watch out for the echo there, Grego. How you doing? Time Scales is joining us.
Oh.
First time on the Clubhouse.
Well, let's let him get settled in, and then I've got something to.
Hey guys, sorry about the echo. I'm taking care of that.
Yeah, no
What's
worries.
up, Greg?
No worries. So I think actually Same Time Toys has traded places tonight with Andrew, because earlier I thought this was just a comment when we were talking about our age. He said, I'm almost 50 and I'm going on 23. I thought that was just relevant with what we were talking about. But then I noticed he said, holy shit, I'm older than Archie Bunker. Fuck my life.
Yeah.
And then I thought maybe he was kind of behind because we were talking about the Archie Bunker thing. But then I thought, no, maybe he's just realizing earlier we said that. But now, after his latest comment, man, I need that. My fucks have runneth dry. He must be where Bud revealed his bottle of fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll catch up with this in about 20 minutes.
That's funny. I hate when I'm there and then somebody says something and I said, that doesn't make any sense. And then I hit live and I'm like, oh shit, I'm so far behind.
That happened to me tonight too. At one point, I guess I paused it accidentally, and I was doing something, and I came back, and I'm like, the comments don't line up. Live.
Yep.
All right.
Comments froze over there on me. I have some
Todd has
comments.
witnessed another cherry popped on Clubhouse. It happens a lot. Todd's been here for a lot of them.
Yep.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, Todd. This is Grego's first time here on Clubhouse, but he has been on other live streams and done other recorded content across YouTube. So he is no stranger to having his presence on camera.
Very true.
Uh-oh.
He's
Says,
on
have
mute,
a great night. The wife just gave me the side eye. And he says, I'm in my fucking prime. Fuck my life. So he's still behind because now he's just hitting the part where everybody talked about when he
Oh
goes
man,
and
he's getting
watches
into
this
the deep
replay.
stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's just about to hit the deep combo, but he's getting off because, the wife gave him the side eye.
Yeah.
Okay, and Andrew might be a little bit behind. Maybe about 5 minutes. Me and Ken is good, but he still holds the title. So at any minute, our story,
Andrew,
change.
the title has been superseded. I could grab the title right there, but it's going to look bad next to this bad boy.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. There's
Hold
the
on.
flex.
Oh, that's
There
the
it
second
is.
time I've seen that.
Punk was ordered earlier flexed, and now Ked's finally flexed his.
Oh,
The
Punk showed it
special
first?
edition.
Okay.
Yeah, he was showing it earlier.
Yeah. Showed this on Mega J's last night as well. I just opened it up this week, and I'm like, to me, this is Toy of the Year 2024. Right. I'm glad the Headless Horseman was last year. Or was it even the year before that?
It was the year before. Well, which version?
Oh, the special, like the
Both of them.
retailer,
The retailer version
was
last
The
year.
retailer was out.
Yeah. So
Retailing was last
to me, that was the best. That was the best figure of 2023. But you're right. That technically could count as a 2022 figure.
Right, because it
takes
came
the
out
cake
Halloween
right
2022.
now. I mean, with the replaceable cockpit and everything on the inside, like if I could actually pop it open, you could swap the cockpit out. So instead of putting two 4-inch figures in there, you could put just one 6-inch figure. Like you can actually get the darn thing open, right? So you could pop the two seats out. Like there's the back-to-back seats here, and then you could just get the 6-inch one in there. The wings are rotatable. There's blast effects. There's flame effects. There's special glow-in-the-dark stickers. There's the various pilots for it and everything. Like they really thought this through, right? And the only thing I'll have to say is Delta 17 nearly went through this same factory. I'm glad we weren't behind this one in the queue, because this would have just been on the assembly line for a while.
Right?
So, yeah.
It's really good to see that.
That's a beaut, Clark. It's a beaut.
Man, like when I ordered this 3 years ago, I didn't think it'd be as good as this, right? And it's everything I thought it would be, and then some, right? So,
And when you think about what kind of toys Ken has, that means so much more than maybe somebody that doesn't have what Ken has. So,
well,
I don't know. You don't collect third party Transformers, do you, Ken?
Oh, Ken's got some third parties.
I could go back downstairs if you want.
I just got the last one of the New Age.
Oh, the G2 Snarl.
Yes, this is New Age's version. It's the same size as the original G1.
Yeah, I was
Now
gonna
this
say
completes the set.
It's got the transformation, the seam cut, and everything's all in the same spot. I actually thought it was a G2 for a second.
These are cold. They're metal.
Oh, nice. So they're not just
metal plated.
They're not just chromed on there.
No,
I love my I love my third party Transformers.
You do? Okay. Yeah. I gotta talk to you. I have a whole load of them.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Fans Toys Dinobots, yep. Hit me up.
Ken needs a Robo Skull in Bret Hart colors.
I got the shades. I gotta wear the shades and get this on. But
I'm just saying. Actually, the Robo Skull in hot pink and black. I ain't gonna lie, I'm digging that idea.
Yeah.
I'm
And
digging that idea.
the guy who's writing the Total Robo Skull book has hit me up for a collaboration. He may want to do an Action Force series with me. We're supposed to talk sometime in January about it. So I'm like, oh, I think we got another history series on the go. So,
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
Grego, how you coming on the sound there, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
good,
you're
man.
fine.
Okay, well, hey, it looks like I'm here. And Kenny and everyone, thank you. This is actually my very first time on the Clubhouse. And whoever was saying something like, I've been around on YouTube before in the past, thank you. That made me feel special. And it made me feel a little bit important. And I have my own channel. I've done hundreds of hours worth of interviews from people in arts and performing arts, heavy on Doctor Who. And then, of course, I met Kenny through our mutual friend Tom over at Spill the Geek Tea. And we're recording episodes every Sunday to go out on Monday. And that program is going to go live in February. And I actually have a prediction here. I believe that Spill the Geek Tea is going to become a very popular channel. And I actually do have some research to back that up. If you look at the channel, Diabolical Souls Presents, which is currently hosted by someone known as the Gooch, okay? His real name is Jay Doyle, and yes, I can say that because I've been a friend of his since he started. He started about a year ago covering comics, and he had, I think, 10 subscribers. And I noticed that he was very talented in interviewing people, which is something that I enjoy doing. I've done that for decades on National Public Radio. And I interviewed Jay, and at some point he found his name and he became the Gooch of late night YouTube. And he now has 25,000 subscribers. And he's had people on his channel that are famous, including the creator of X-Men 97. And the list just goes on. And Jay went from 0 to 25,000 in a year.
Really?
And I'm not trying to tout my ability of predicting the success of a future channel, but I honestly believe that Tom, Reverend Amagon, has a very unique format with Spill the Geek Tea. And I am happy to be able to support him and be part of his show, as is Kenny. And you guys got my attention tonight. I was actually about to go to bed, and I had you on my second computer screen. I'm on my third computer here. I've got another one over here, which is why it was echoing. And I had you guys on the other screen just listening. And then all of a sudden, you guys started talking about addiction and stuff like that. And you know, I've seen that myself. I had an uncle that died of alcoholism. He was my best friend, and it was predicted that that would happen to him. And you guys, you pushed a couple of buttons with me while I was sitting here watching you, and I thought, okay, well, hell, I know how to contact Kenny. Let me just see if he wants me on here. And apparently it was okay, and here I am. So thank you, Kenny, and I hope to see you guys around on Spill the Geek Tea. It streams on my channel also, the timescales. And you guys seem like a good group of people, and I appreciate the fact that Kenny invited me on. That this is really cool. I'm actually supposed to be in bed right now. My wife has no idea that I came up and grabbed the laptop and jumped on a YouTube screen. So, and it's all
That
your fault.
happens a lot in this thing, though. I think it's not uncommon.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
heard-
not uncommon at all. That's kind
Yeah.
of that's just how the clubhouse is. There's a certain it's a community of us who, you know, this is what we look forward to at the end of the week is we all just hang out here. You know, it started just being like, you know, I used to go live, and then I invited Bud on one night. We were doing an unboxing, and then it was actually the Headless Horseman from Mythic Legions. And then this rock star here, Brick something, he was unboxing his in the chat, and I was like, you know what, let me send Brick an invite. And then after a while, I started just sending invites to certain friends and everything like that, and they would come on. And then one night I said, you know what, I'm going to have an open mic night. And I was putting the invite out in the chat and just having whoever was in the chat join us. And that met with some interesting results. But the first time we ever did a mega stream where we had like 10 people on at once was the very first New Year's that we did. And we just had a good time bringing in the New Year's to the point where we were like, well, let's keep it going. Like we hit New Year's on the East Coast, then we hit Central Time, then we did Mountain Time, then we did Pacific. And, you know, that was a lot of fun.
And then Canada cut it off in between.
Yeah, Canada.
That was Jay.
Mega
That was Jay,
J.
not me.
Not you, yeah.
5 minutes before midnight East Coast time, Mega J killed the stream, and we had to scramble to get it all back up and everybody invited and back on screen before midnight.
no. Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Mega J's, I will always hold the title for Mega J's last words of 2021. No, 2022.
2022.
Were, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
As he killed the stream.
Awesome. That was classic, man.
That was absolute classic. And then we turned around and we came right back on and we all flipped the bird.
Oh,
we all
yeah,
had
that's why we
various
did
bird
that.
toys and we flipped the bird.
I didn't have Zora or Screech yet, so I held up the Big Jim bird. I remember that night.
You did, yeah.
I was the only one who held a non-Motu bird that counted as a Motu bird. Does that make
It was
sense?
still the Motu bird.
You know, Brendan, it's like holding up a Diaclone that's not really a transformer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, we're going to Japan day after tomorrow, and we're going to be there for a whole month. And I will be around for live streaming. So if you guys want an American on in Japan, just let me know.
Nice.
The time difference may be really different. I do plan on
you might be middle of the day. You'd be middle of the day.
It's
while
12
we're all
hours, so
Well,
this would be
when,
like
yeah. Well, when Tom records, it'll be 5 o'clock in the morning in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But with you guys being up so late, it might actually be a better time.
A little bit later, yeah.
We always start at around 9:45, 10 p.m.-ish on Saturdays.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Then that's East Coast time. So that'd be
Right.
around 6 your time.
Yeah, that's a
Relax.
good time.
And then we go until basically like Right now, we're still going strong with about 30 people watching, and it's 5 hours in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this says 5 hours.
11 minutes, yeah, 5 hours, 11
and
minutes.
this is what we do. We go all night and we talk and we open up toys and we have a fun time. That's how we do it.
Well, I'm glad to meet you guys. I probably should log off and go to bed because I wasn't planning on doing this. We just found out that one of my daughters has the stomach flu.
Oh,
and
no.
I don't understand why this always happens to us right before we go to Japan. We go once a year because the kids' grandparents are in their 80s. So we want them to spend as much time with their grandparents as possible. My wife is Japanese. I'm American. And it seems like every time that we go to Japan every year, we all get sick, like right the week before. And it's happening again. But we'll be fine. We always get through it. and it's really nice to meet you guys. This is cool. I really enjoyed this stream. And, there's an amazing thing about time. You can make one small little decision and it changes everything. And I was going to turn this other computer off a couple of hours ago and just go to bed. And then I checked YouTube. It showed Kenny was streaming. I'm like, okay, let's go see what this guy is doing. He's one of my friends from Spill the Geek Tea. Let's go see what's going on. I listened to you guys for a long time. And then your conversation really got my attention where I realized that, okay, these are some people that I have some stuff in common with.
You found your people. More of your people is what you found.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it is one. I mean, we
Exactly,
keep
yeah.
it. There's so much time to do it, and obviously there's so many different shifts. Like Oz's show is notorious for in and out, in and out. You got the morning group, you have the early group, middle group, the late group, and sometimes people sit all the way through. And it's so cool to where you can keep it light for so long, and it's a jokey thing, and you stick to one subject, you stick to toys, you go to movies, and then life hits you. And you talk about life for maybe 20 minutes, and then you kind of go back to being, it's so cool. There's just a melting pot of everything mixed together, and that's what makes this show so great is that everybody here there's so much to talk about. Everybody's got
Awesome.
something. It's interesting.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. That's really cool, guys. Totally awesome.
Yep. The only thing that we really do not touch, because there are certain topics that we won't talk about or we don't bring up, and it's typically anything to do with religion.
Okay.
Or anything to do with politics. They're the only things that I don't like coming on board on here
Obvious.
because they are
Yeah.
two of the biggest dividing factors, and this is not an area for that.
I mean,
this is
we
an
touched on
area where we
politics
come together and
briefly
celebrate.
after the election. We touched on politics. That was brief. That was like 10 minutes and out. Right?
Yeah. We try
Or
not
the
to
Las
touch
Vegas
those
Raiders. We don't talk about the Raiders. No.
And Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
We do not talk about Bruno.
Or Fight Club.
Oh, damn. Bricks is right when I did.
I think that's really good because I've been on some panels before where
Great minds.
It tended to be shocking to all of a sudden find out that, oh, wait a second, my friends are my political rivals. No, we don't need that. So
No, we don't.
I think
that's
leaving
exactly
religion and politics out of the discussions of fun in life is really the best way to go for something like this. So.
Yep. And
Totally with you guys.
everybody will tell you, everybody can have a seat at the table here too. And that's exactly what this is. Everybody can have a seat at the table. As long as we don't have 10 people on, the invite is typically open. I tend to have to know who you are. And that link can always be sent out as an invite, But again, it's just one of those things. And we do monitor for trolls and stuff like that, or people that we might think come and break up the party. But I mean, we just need a place where we can all hang out and, just kind of, be understood and be accepted and be welcome for this. And the one communal thing that we all have is toys.
Yep.
Awesome. Very good.
Absolutely.
I'm new too, by the way. I've only been here about 3 weeks, so all the stuff they told you, I just learned too.
Yep. Brendan is one of our newest regulars, as he's been coming on each week since he started. You know, it's just how it rolls.
This is where, I mean, my favorite thing in the Legions area is the Friday Night Legions chat. And this is just like that. I mean, you just get a variety of stuff. People got stuff going on. You talk about that. You talk about toys, but same thing. No religion, no politics.
Yeah,
These are the kind of
that's-
places I love. So the second I just turned on to this, I was sold.
Yeah.
100%.
And the other part about it is like, you know, we all know that we don't have to agree on everything either, you know, and yet at the same point in time, like, heck, earlier tonight we had both Terrence and Punk on screen at the same time. They were a little button heads about some different views on some things earlier last weekend and this week, you know, like with everything. And yet this is still a communal place where both of them can come have fun and hang out and just be like, yeah, whatever.
Yep.
We said what we said before, but you know, that shit goes out the door when you come here.
Right. And who wants an echo chamber? That would get boring pretty fast, right?
Oh God, yeah, I can't stand it. I don't need a whole bunch of yes men. However, I will say right now, if anybody follows Nerdzoic on IG, there are several of us who are considered YouTube rookies. I know many other panelists on here have been nominated, and I know people have been nominating me. But if you want to go tag any of us in that post, hey, I ain't going to be mad at you. It's kind of cool scrolling down his post for the nerdies and seeing my name 50 billion times on there. Thank you all.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
wow.
where's it at? Where's it at? I'll check it out.
It's Nerdzoic on IG. And honestly, I don't care if I win or not. Just the fact that I'm nominated is good enough. I was
No,
nominated
I'll
for a
help you.
nerdy.
He's
I
cool.
don't know what his criteria is for winning. I don't care. It's just neat. I know Delta 17's running for Rookie Toy Company of the Year too, or best toy of what's the category, Ken? Is it Rookie Toy Company of the Year or best? He's not even here. But best indie company of the year, it might be. Either way. Little plug for Delta 17 on his other post. But yeah, guys, I know I nominated quite a few of the other people on this panel earlier tonight.
I sent it to you on Instagram, Grego.
Okay, cool. I'm on Instagram now, and
I sent you the link.
Okay, and a big
to that,
whoops.
to that.
The last thing I was looking at on Instagram is obviously not safe for work. So I'm glad you guys glad you can't do that.
They post that on Instagram?
Damn big booty girls.
Instagram allows nudity? Seriously?
You know what's funny is, do you guys ever, and I don't know, he does some kind of stuff that's a little bit off and whatever, but have you ever seen that Orbital Bacon dude that's on YouTube?
No, I don't believe I have.
I watch his Saturday morning cartoons and they're so good, dude. Like, it's so cool. Like, that's the first time I'd ever seen that Dragonflies one. It was like a late
yeah.
90s Canadian,
It was
French-Canadian cartoon.
It was mid about mid 90s.
Was it mid?
There was
Yeah,
there was like
dude,
the Fairies Alive and Dragonflyers. It was
I
like the girl and
loved
boy
that
versions of
freaking
them
show,
two.
man.
Yeah.
But I watched his show this morning, but he has a show on Wednesday, on like late Friday, where he does this thing and it's all about the waifus. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so funny to me, but it's a thing, I guess. There's so many people that like follow
The
that.
anime girl kind
Yeah,
of thing.
anime stuff.
Yep.
But the cartoons on Saturday mornings are so good. He does it from, I guess
So
it
that's
would
where
be
Roger is on Friday nights, huh?
9 to 12. 9 to 12, he does Saturday morning cartoons on Eastern time. But they're all like cartoons that we love, you know? So.
Yeah. I know Roger was
Okay.
here earlier tonight.
Kenny, I got it. I got it right here. Nerdzoic. Yeah,
So if you-
I'll throw some votes out for you guys.
Throw-
I'm
throw
not
a
really
vote
on
out for Oz. We
Instagram.
want Oz to
I've
win.
got like
Well, thank
2,000
you.
Twitter followers or something like that. I try to keep social media down to just one central focus, and it seems like putting all of my trust in Twitter or X may not have been best. So I'm kind of moving over to Blue Sky a little bit.
Oh yeah, I've never been to that one yet.
It looks and
YouTube?
operates almost exactly like
YouTube.
Twitter, and in fact, it was started by Jack Dorsey, the same multi-billionaire stoner from San Francisco that started Twitter. In fact, I want to do an independent film of Jack Dorsey, and the way I want to start it out is have a focus on a bowl. Everybody knows what a bowl is, right? And then just show a lighter flicking a couple of times, and it finally starts, and just Jack Dorsey takes a big old huge bong hit, okay, and then the piano or the camera pans away and shows him sitting at his piano with his bong and just going and blowing out all the smoke and going, oh, dude, and then writing the script code for Twitter in about 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
And then going, oh, dude. And then just show him sitting at the piano in his underwear and then becoming a billionaire for one single bong hit and writing the code for Twitter in about 5 minutes. Because I think that's exactly what did happen. So anyway, there's my idea for an independent film.
I'm all down
Don't
for the
steal it,
bong
anybody
hits.
that's watching now, right?
If anybody knows an actor that looks exactly like Jack Dorsey, that's willing to perform in his underwear, please let me know, because I already have the script and I've got the bong. Okay. But anyway, okay. Hey guys, listen, it's really nice to meet you, and Kenny and all. Thank you very much for having me on.
Good to see you, Greg.
An absolute pleasure to meet you folks, and I will see you guys around on the wires. And peace out from San Francisco.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, Greg.
Have a great night. Merry Christmas.
Take care, y'all. Yeah, come watch Spill the Geek Tea.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll be on it.
Plug it. Plug it. Oh man.
You know, it's fun. It's always great when you hear new people coming and catching the programs for the first couple times, and then just realizing, like, you know what? Yeah, I like this show.
Yeah.
It
Well, and it's
definitely
like he
makes me
said, it's
feel like I'm
certain
doing
things like
something right.
a conversation you never knew was going to happen, and all of a sudden it's like it touches somebody's, you
Yeah.
know, like you said, and he's just like, I want to talk, and I knew you knew him, that's why I felt okay with it. Oz, I wasn't
Oh
going to
yeah,
try to, like, I would never do that if you didn't know the person. So,
dude. If I didn't recognize him, I wouldn't. You know,
right?
because
That's
again,
true.
I've had
That's
that
true.
experience before. You know,
True.
no more prolapses in
No more
judgment. People got to be a bit more vetted before I can just add them on.
Nice.
How the hell did I get here then?
You were trusted from
We just
Purple
rolled the
Gang
dice,
Gang.
right? No.
The PPG, the PGG.
Yeah. This is actually the first week in a while I haven't had Van or Jordan or both of them on. But that's because we were full up tonight from the start. Like, I had to wait to get on my own damn show.
That's funny.
No, but it said early on that he would step out if I wanted to get on, and I just wasn't even home yet. So, but that's the idea. That is the total idea of it. Is just, you know, hey, there's open seats at the table. All are welcome.
Well, I asked my boss, or you know, my dad, about that, because you know I come do this on the nights and stuff, and I told him, I said, hey, we have another company that comes in, like a visiting angels type company that comes in, does the 2 days that I take off to sit with grandma, you know. And I told him, from here on out, from the start of the beginning of the year, can I please get every other weekend to where I could have them do Saturday, Sunday, Monday? So that way I can, at least every other weekend, I can be home for the clubhouse and just do the whole thing, and also get kind of a
From one
nice little
spot.
extra sleep, you know.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy sitting up in the toy room and, you know, doing that for the entirety of it. So, but this is still good though. Still works.
Yeah, you're still here. You're still having fun. Heck, man, I used to do the first couple of streams from my bed.
Well, Payne still does, right?
Oh, Payne didn't used to, and now does.
Now does, yeah.
So, you know, scenery changes and shifts. We all go through changes, and then it'll all work out.
Yeah. Cobb's
Yeah,
always in
good to
front of
have you
that
here, Diego.
shelf
Thank
there, you know.
Well, he's got his permanent seat.
He's got
He
his
knows
shelf.
where he wants to sit.
Oh, it's the only place I can hide out in my whole house.
Well, we're glad that you're here with us, Cobb.
Well, when are we going to get to see this Masterverse show, Cobb? What's going on?
Oh, which one?
The Masterverse show with Brick. He was talking
probably
about it again the other day, and I was like, "Oh,
It'll
that's
probably
cool."
be before me and Brick get that. I don't know if at this point, because we're about a week out from the end of the year, we said we'd have our first episode of Legion's class up. We haven't yet.
Yep.
But life be lifing. So
Hey, well,
I'm
you
looking
know,
forward.
and not to barge in on anything, but you know, I'm all caught up on Masterverse. So if you ever need anybody to step in, you know, I'm 100%.
Special guest star Kenzo.
And somebody, we said that last night, and somebody goes, "Oh, we found the 4 people that like Masterverse." And I was like, "Whatever, shut
What
up."
stream were you on?
It was what was that one? Was it you were on it, weren't it? Weren't you? Wasn't it?
Was that
No,
Let's
it was
Go On
Mega
Forum?
J. Was it Mega
Oh,
J?
okay. See, because Mega J goes live on Fridays about the same time. I'm like,
Oh, see, yeah, and I was bouncing
Let's
around
Go
from
On
you to
Forum.
Mega J and then to Radnom. So
Yeah.
but I think it was Mega J's, and I said something about, "Oh, I love Masterverse," and somebody else said it, and then Brick talked about because he was on Mega J's live,
Yeah.
and they were talking about doing the Masterverse show, and then he goes, "Oh, somebody commented, and they said, oh, gee, we found the 4 people that like Masterverse." I was like, "Fuck you."
I like
I
Masterverse.
didn't know that they were
became hard to
hated.
collect.
What's that?
I didn't know they were that hated.
I didn't. Well, I don't know. I didn't
I
either.
get the
But there
first,
are
like,
some people that just love Origins and that's it.
I
but-
did stop collecting after
I think
Snout
Origins
Spout because.
Yeah, just
Oh,
Origins.
sorry. Yeah, Origins didn't do it. Oh, sorry. I kept. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that was all I was saying. I just think there's
Yeah.
more Origins fans than Masterverse.
Just because they look
Yeah.
more like the vintage and they're more
Yeah.
nostalgic because of the look. But I
That's
love
what
the
it is.
fact that it's bigger and it has more to it, and it's
Well,
I don't know.
When Masterverse
I
first
agree.
came out,
I want
it
an
was
adult version of them.
right. Like classics held the standard
Mm-hmm.
for a long while, and deservedly so. You know, not to plug my boys, the Four Horsemen did an amazing job on classics,
They
right?
did absolutely.
But the evolution of the articulation had changed, and Masterverse came out. It had all that great articulation, but the sculpt was just Revelation, and Revelation was getting so much hate. It carried
True.
right over in the
That's true.
Masterverse. Once they weren't doing Revelations figures, you started to see more people get behind it. Like even for me, I was like, I don't want the Revelation figure so much, but I loved New Eternia. And the only reason I stopped was because I couldn't find the New Eternia stuff. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get disappointed on 2 fronts, right? I was already getting disappointed not finding Origins. I wasn't going to do it on Masterverse. And then when the price changed on Origins to be almost as much as Masterverse, it's like I can't keep trying to collect both. So it was like Origins was giving me my Snake Men and everything. I was like, I'm sticking with Origins. Bud was all about the Masterverse and switched over to Origins.
I actually have like the first couple like waves up until like a year ago. That's
Lone
kinda
Dragon,
what
I agree. I collect both, so I can't say one way or the other, but I love I love to have that different look and the different style, and like that's why I printed that slime pit in such a huge size so I can put a
Yeah.
Masterverse in that sucker, you know? I don't know.
And what's up, Jay Astro? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. And Merry Christmas to you. And Thanos Copter is absolutely right. You got some damn good figs from Revelation and Revolution.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Like I still want the Prince
The
Adam.
second version of Beastman is awesome.
And the third one is going to be just as, I was thinking about that. People are like, we don't need another Beastman. But you know what? When we got that third Merman, it was the best Merman they made. And I
Those
think that
glossy
Beastman's
eyes.
going to I think it's going to rock when it comes out. It might not, but dude, that Merman is so solid.
The thing
I
is, like
know you
that
got it right behind
It
you,
is,
Cobb.
but
Show us.
I don't want to buy another one. I love the glossy eyes. It makes them look really creepy.
It's so good, dude.
Though that
For
it's
me, harping on the Mermans, we had two versions of Merman from Revelation, and they could have gotten by with just the one. They didn't need to do two.
True.
And yes, the new Eternia one is superior, in my opinion, because I like the look of it more than the Revelation one. Now, there are a lot of good Revolution figures that came out. I loved the original Fisto that came out with Revelation. Maybe not the head sculpt as much, but everything else on it was great.
Yeah.
Especially a die-cast fist. Come on. That was great. And then Thanos is listing off.
Movie figs. Those are
Yeah.
great.
Aside from He-Man's head sculpt, those movie figs are great, including
You got that ramen head sculpt. It's just a total game changer. That He-Man's probably one of my favorite figures I have now. Because that
Yeah, and
ramen
that's the
head.
beauty of it is you get that third party sculpt and you can get another what is it? Portrait. But you can get another face. And like the one I got was from Hordak MX. And mine
Yeah.
was awesome as well. So it's like you can get those because everything else is perfect. Like it's great. Like the articulation is good. There's no pins. It's just good.
And Todd, thank you for putting this out there because TMNTX Mochi was getting a lot of hate, but those figures are great, man. Especially
love 'em.
if you like to add to your origins. I
And
think
you
they're
got that last
fantastic.
head sculpt 2K. With they came with flying fist.
Yeah.
Just I swap around, made that King He-Man, and I threw that head on this old battle armor. I really like. I like it on here.
And it does look different. I mean,
yeah.
I give it a hard time, but it's not too bad. I
It's
guess
better
it's
than
just
the Thunder Punch. It did step
The
up from
Thunder
there.
Punch by far was the worst.
That was so bad.
It's what's her name from Misery?
And
and we were talking about that top one or whatever. I'm sure you did it too for Home Arcade. But when he had me do mine, I went through the ones that I thought, and I was like, but ultimately, that Merman for Turtles was just, dude. That was the first time we saw you had the transparency, and then you also had the that fish tail and the head. Oh, dude, the whole thing was just a phenomenal, man.
These are pretty
it
close
ticked
ones.
so many boxes for me, but I didn't pick it up, right? So when he approached me about doing mine, I went straight from what did I get this year from Origins. I didn't get a lot of Origins this year. It is a very short list. I actually could have listed every Origins figure. As a matter of fact, I did list most of them. I think there was only one that I left off, and that was Rock On. And that's only because I make the joke about the fact that as a kid, I loved the Rock On and Stone Dar. I loved them. And now as an adult, I'm like, it turns into a fucking rock.
Yeah. And his butt shows. So
Well, yeah,
That's it's not even a good rock anymore. And yes, Rio Blast is on the way. That's a big one for a lot of people.
Dude, I can't wait. And knowing how fast they ship now, it's just so awesome.
Figures, like I've already canceled the Necroconda go about the head. I'm like, nope, Rio Blast.
See, I need my Necroconda. I need my Reptilax.
Oh, I do too.
Fortunately, I know Alan has a Reptilax. He had one in that bin that he showed the other week. And then I need my Necroconda because I want to finish up my snakes. Guys, I'm going to hop off the phone here. I'll be back on the laptop.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think your favorite one of Origins is, Cobb, overall?
I don't know. Just because he's right in front of me, this whiteboard is pretty freaking up there, man. just so detailed. It's like
Yeah.
it's probably the most detailed origin we have. He just
Especially when you stick him right next to the attorney at playset, and you're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I know. It's just a little freaking mini.
And not to toot my horn, but he's really great when you dry brush some orange and yellow into his head.
But it's got them all.
You're tooting.
It's got
You're
all the
tooting.
detail.
But you know what? You need to, because it is that freaking good.
Now, Kenzo, are you more? Do you have one of the lines you prefer more than the other right now? Are you more Masterverse, more Origins, or just?
Honestly, the way that the last couple waves have been hitting, I've been enjoying Masterverse more.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like that, the Evelyn and Skeletor that just dropped were my two favorite. Like, they were so good. Like, and then the Merman
That Skeletor's
and
good.
the Horde Trooper. Like, all of those are just freaking knock them out the park. And then
I
when
don't
the
have that
Origins
one.
came, what did we get? We got what's his name? The dude in the red. I even forget his name.
Oh,
Horde
Geldor?
Prime, Horde Trooper Prime.
Geldor.
Oh yeah, Geldor.
Geldor. Like,
Oh yes.
like we get so many cool
I like
figures
him.
from Masterverse, and then they give us Geldor. And you're like, what? But no, Rio Blast is going to be the makeup for it for sure.
Geldor I like because it's a deep cut. That's the other thing that I really like that they're doing is deep
Yeah,
cuts.
cool, good sculpt to him too.
And
it was, but I have the classics, and it's exactly like the classics. Like, with the touch of a color difference, and that's it. Like, but
And you know what though? That what I like about that though is again, these are figures like these deep cut figures that were never in the original toy line.
Right.
Now this is a version of them in that original toy style. And there are a lot of them where it's like these are just a simple reuse of parts, but you get a whole new character that was never in your collection as a kid.
it's true. It is true.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I need to get a Geldor. I want that guy in my collection because I want him and what's his name? I can't think of him now, but like that first deep cut character they did from Just Filmation.
Koldar?
Yeah, Koldar.
Yeah.
Like
See,
I
he
want
was
those
tough
two to be
but
buddies.
Geldor's still available on Mattel Creations.
I know, and I'm hoping it will be after the new year because I'll probably go grab them.
Goatman will be nice. I hope they do a Goatman Origins because I have
At
the
this
classics
point,
and
they've
it's
got
great.
to. I think at this point they got to, especially since he's in the new. Of all the people I thought they would name for a character in the new movie that they're casting for, and Goatman made that list, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like we
Goatman's
haven't
a-
even. Like, come on, we haven't even gotten the full roster of the regular, like non-obscure bad guys, and Goatman made this roster. I would have figured Spikor before Goatman.
But maybe it was because of probably the ease of the outfit or whatever they're doing, or maybe he got a little bit more love because he was on Revolution or Revelation. You know, he was on there for a little bit. Revolution, right?
Yeah. I definitely think Rio's going to sell out because he's not a deep cut.
He'll be quick.
People been clamoring for Rio Blast since Origins began.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rio Blast is going to be. He's going to sell out in minutes. I don't know if it's going to be as bad as, Mini Comic Triclops and Wondar and all that.
Well, Koldar was just as quick, if not quicker, than the other ones. He was literally 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
I don't know.
Too. I think they're doing kind of lower runs there in the beginning.
I got my 3. But by the end of it, I ended up getting like 6 Wondars. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I did the same thing with Grizzlor because I ended up getting the ones from the day, and then I ordered some of the made to orders.
Yeah.
Came a year later,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Or what I might do is
days.
just sell off my whole collection and buy Transformers.
You know what? There you go, Kenny. Oh, wait. Shit. Isn't somebody I'm not going to lie. When I saw the troll in the chat earlier, it made me think of somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's been a long time since I've been trolled. But then I thought about how much, like, my name popping up on that Nerdzoic post, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that attracted a couple of trolls. Like, who's this Alstradamus Toys guy everybody's talking about? There we go.
Ken is a Transformer guy. He got a new co-fan. We
Yeah.
lost. I'll tell you about it later, Ken. It's a funny story.
Well, I'm probably going to wrap it up here because we're coming up on the 6-hour mark, and I tend to try and keep them around
Yeah, I'm
6
dying
hours.
20% again on my phone.
Except for when we're doing special occasions now, I try to keep it around a 6-hour mark. So I think that'd be a good spot where why don't we just go ahead and do the round table and say what we got coming up? What do we got coming up, Kenny? What do you got coming up on Wednesday there, buddy?
Yeah, well, it's been it was Faker Battlecat told me, he's like, it's really cool that you're sticking to it and doing it every Wednesday. I'm like, yeah. So my channel Kenzo's Creations, every Wednesday at 4:30 Pacific. So it'd be what, 7:30 Eastern. I do an hour roughly, maybe hour and a half. Kind of same stuff. I'm a goofball, man, so it's just fun. It's just bullshitting and opening toys and talking about toys, new drops, and all that stuff. And then I will be doing some of the Spill the Geek Tea stuff as well. We'll be shooting a little bit tomorrow, and he usually plays them on Mondays sometime in the day. So if you guys go check those out, I'm just about 870 subs, so I'm inching toward that 900, so it's getting closer. But and then Instagram, always on Instagram as well, posting stuff. I might have a little more 3D printing stuff coming up this coming Wednesday because I do have a lot of 3D printed stuff that's ready to kind of show off. It's all in the parts that it needs to be. So, but and then of course every Saturday I'll come here and hang out with you guys.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Cobb, what you got coming up, brother?
Nothing much in the works right now. Possibly answer Ken's earlier. Kind of in brick sands right now. We got some stuff filmed, just got editing to do. So I'm not quite sure when we'll start that into the Masterverse. Yeah, just trying to get through this year and get all my stuff set back up where I can actually record again because I tore everything down to decorate for Christmas. I can't do everything on the dining room, so wait until the new year comes, start fresh, and a couple things possibly. Might start doing some lives. Kenny's been a big inspiration, especially him working nights. I work nights. I'm like, I feel like I'm just too tired all the time. I'm like, oh, if Kenzo could do it, I could hop in there and start doing it too. Gotta get myself a little motivated. So probably coming up this next year, a few new things.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. And Ken, Toy Connections. What's coming on the Toy Connections front?
So yesterday I dropped my final part of the history of Mask, which I've titled Mask Downfall and Legacy. I was worried that people may not care about the later part of Mask, but apparently people do care because there's less information out there on that than there is the earlier parts. So joke's on me. I sort of just slugged through that thinking I want to complete the story, and turns out more people commented on that than the previous segment.
So you're still spreading that misinformation?
Boo, misinformation.
I haven't been actually on that video yet. The only thing is that Derek Hoover kind of hacks on one of the. I don't know who's seen it and who hasn't, but Derek Hoover kind of hacks on one of the vehicles in Series 3. So we did get a few. Oh, come on, guys, you're nuts. That's a great vehicle, but that's more like people just LOL commenting, like kind of just like, I liked it, but even if you didn't, but it made for a funny segment, and I got to play. I got to kind of showcase Derek's personality a bit on that, which I thought was really cool. And some of you know right now, I'm taking a production. Sorry, I'm still producing. I'm taking a uploading break between now and probably around January 10th. I kind of just want to take the time to catch up because some of the productions I'm working on are quite difficult at the moment. Like some of you know, I'm kind of slaving away at the history of Robotech right now. And that is not an easy topic when you consider all the Macross stuff. That it wasn't, unlike Gundam Wing, it wasn't like it was a straight dub.
Right. It's hard to sort and Harvest Gold.
Yes.
Shit.
So I'm focusing on just the Macross Saga portion of it. If I tackle Southern Cross, it'll be a separate video. And I'm already at 15, 16 minutes, and I'm still going, right? And I think once I got into it, Harmony Gold itself was a whole lot of research, understanding why they had to make the episode requirement and merge 3 series together. That was another understanding. And then there was telling the whole darn story about what happened. So it's been quite the project. I've got Mega J on board for that one, so it's definitely the right person to come talk about it. And I don't know when that one's going to go up, but and then I got some unproduced toy videos that are going to come up, and that'll be what goes on. It's been a good year for the channel, actually. Like I did less.
It's been a really good year.
Yeah, it was hard for me to give up the live streams close to the end of 2023 there, but I realized if I could come on here, if I could start with other people, yeah, Thanos, if you want, just we'll talk, right? Yeah, it's just one of the hard things is that taking a topic I'm not an expert on, having to take a crash course, and then realizing, well, how much credibility is there behind what I say? People might just think I'm reading Wikipedia, right?
Right.
Or Googling whatever.
Regurgitating.
Yeah, regurgitating. We've heard that word before, right? But then if you bring on a guy like Mega J, because he kind of educated me on the history of anime getting migrated over to the US, right?
Yeah.
I did not really understand what Force 5 was until he talked about it, right? I didn't know the timeline between, when Voltron came out versus when Robotech came out, how one thing impacted other things. And then at least bringing him on gave me some credibility on, just like bringing you on for Dino Riders, help Oz, right? So anyway, I've rambled on too long, so.
It's all good, Ken. That's what we
Good
like.
man,
to
Ken.
do. Real quick, we got Duchess of Darkness jumping in the chat saying, "Hello, gentlemen. I can't believe you're still on, even though I shouldn't be surprised. You know us, Duchess. Like, this is what we do. But we are in that process of wrapping things up. So thank you for jumping in at the end here. And guys, if you're not already subscribed to Duchess of Darkness, make sure you go check out her channel, subscribe, start going through the back catalog of amazing narration content that Duchess has put out, especially if you are into the creepy, spooky vibes. It's a great channel for that. And we always want to help out and promote Duchess because she is always here supporting everybody. A lot of the toy tubes all across
Since the beginning. Yeah.
Since the beginning for a lot of our channels. Duchess, thank you so much for that. We cannot thank you enough for all the support you've shown us, and we try to give that right back to you. Also, big announcement. Coming up on 500 videos on our channel for Christmas, right? Hitting that 500 mark. That's a milestone, putting out that kind of content. So, Duchess, we're glad you're here. Thank you. And Bud, you got anything you got working on? Yeah, well, I know you were painting that all night tonight. We're getting this guy coming up. Also getting that modular dong schlong.
Oh, I see the milk
all four.
armor.
Yep.
And then of course I had my extra pair of terror claws, so I painted them up to kind of match color wise.
Good
I'm
shit,
digging
dude.
that. I'm really
So
digging
cool.
that. Great job, Bud.
Pretty good.
And
we need
Brendan?
to see more videos, Bud.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. More
I
painting
know
videos.
somebody's
Just put a
still
camera behind your shoulder.
hanging out on the Canva there. You can edit anytime you want, Bud. It hasn't gone anywhere. I mean,
You're a professional couch potato. You can do editing on your couch.
Record a video though.
So I know my sister was on earlier. She's probably not now, but I love it when the ladies of the frenzy come in. We've got Duchess of Darkness and Ray Black coming in here, jumping in towards the end, asking for her live. And she has made it home safe in case anyone was wondering. I'm glad to hear. I was going to ask if you had a good time at your Christmas party, Ray. I'm glad you've made it home safe. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. And we'll make sure Nolan knows too if you haven't told him yet. Nolan, she's good, bro. She's good. She's on. All right. And Brendan, you got anything in the works? You going to be popping up on any other channels? Well, wait a minute here. What the?
Whoa. I said his name and his ears buzzed.
That's what
It's
it
like
was.
Candyman.
That's what it was. He's popping in. Mega J, thank you for being here, brother. We were just singing your praises and talking about that great New Year's story from a couple years back. You remember that, right? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.